All right, pick a job real quick, guys.
Low level guard.
Chef.
I'm just a guy, man.
Mike, fucking Ryan's just a dude in the castle.
Make him a
All right.
butler.
Okay.
Oh.
Ryan, you're a butler. Ryan, you've been standing outside of this kitchen next to this guard for like 30 minutes now.
They hurry the fuck up with the food, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's taking his fucking time, honestly. And you know the princess gets upset when she doesn't get her food in a timely manner. So it's gonna be a hassle. And as you're standing there, you notice there's a little bag just kind of sitting at the end of the hallway. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Just a weird satchel.
Oh man, dude, I really need this food. I don't have time for this shit.
Chef, the butler's waiting for us, chef.
I start banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Hurry up!
What do you want, goddammit?
Hurry up! The princess needs her lunch.
Josh,
I'm working on it.
Josh, as a guard, you've been standing here listening to this go back and forth for the last 30 minutes. It's kind of funny. Chef, I don't have any more squirrel surprise.
God damn it, where's the rest of the squirrel surprise?
Guard, sit there. This is kind of funny.
You also notice a little bag sitting at the end of the hallway, but it actually looks like it's about halfway between the hallway door, the kitchen door, and the hallway exit. But you're just now noticing it.
Just a random bag sitting there.
Just sitting there, yeah.
Pays it no mind.
Chef, I dropped the soup, chef. When we get the chef, it's everywhere, chef. It's on the floor,
God damn it, get the mouth. What the fuck are you doing?
Mom's not gonna save the food, chef. What are we gonna do?
Fuck. Start a new pot.
I can't, chef. We're out of tomatoes.
Banging on the door. Boom, 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 boom. What the hell is going on in there?
Get the fuck out. I need time for you.
You hear incoherent screaming.
I peek in.
You, Damien, what are you doing to me right now?
I'm throwing every utensil I can at you for dropping the only soup I had with no tomatoes.
You see me weaving for my life, Ryan. Oh, chef, stop! Those are the knives! Chef, the knives! Chef!
God damn it, this is your fault!
I close the door and I start walking towards the princess's room.
Hey, butler, what'd you see in there?
I think the sous chef could use you. And I just start walking away.
Both of you roll me a perception. Just a flat d20.
Who is both of us?
Yeah.
The two that were just talking.
Okay.
9.
19.
Guard. It seems like maybe the butler kicked the bag or something, but it's a little close. It's like right next to the door now.
I just put a link in the fucking chat to play Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, going crazy.
Guard goes up to the door and peeks his head in to see what's going on.
You see an unconscious sous chef. He's foamed at the mouth. He's got a pretty big bruise on his forehead, and he looks like he just passed out from overexertion.
Okay, the guard closes the door, turns around, and looks at the bag. Did the bag move again?
The bag is gone.
Huh. The guard goes back and assumes his position at the wall.
Damien, you spark up your cigarette because it's been a bad day. Your sous chef is unconscious in front of you after you hitting him 32 times with a wooden spatula, and he's laying in a puddle of foam and soup.
Fuck, this is a mess. How am I gonna make a new soup?
Yeah, he starts gurgling a little bit. Chef, my head hurts.
I kick him over so he's not in the soup anymore.
He throws up on the kitchen floor.
God damn it!
Chef, I can't help it. You hit me with a utensil. I've never been hit that many times in my life, Chef.
Maybe you should have. You should stop fucking up.
Chef, I'm sorry, Chef. As you're kicking your sous chef, you. Oh! Damien, as your sous chef regains consciousness, you look up, smoking your cigarette, and you see a little bag on the counter. Looks like somebody just left it in there. Maybe the butler.
I peek in the bag.
Roll me a flat d20 for a contest of strength.
God, what? What?
It's
That was
like
19 on the die. I don't know if a human would have any modifiers.
I rolled a nat 20. The baby mimic grabs your face, and
Yep.
suddenly you can't
God damn
breathe. You, Chef, what's going on in there, Chef? The bag is covering your face.
I'm just gripping at this fucking bag, trying to rip it off my face.
Roll me one more. Roll me
What
two
the
strength
fuck?
saves to see if you pass out.
I'm done.
Oh
I'm not
god.
watching that anymore.
That's 17 and a 16.
Just as you begin to pass out, just as
God.
you begin to lose consciousness, the bag releases your face, and as you hunch over, catching your breath, you see the little bag jumping away, quickly going up a laundry chute that leads to the backside of the kitchen.
Grab that fucking bag and kill it.
The sous chef gets up and looks up the shaft, but the bag is gone.
God damn it, you useless fool.
I'm sorry, chef. I probably would have got it if you didn't hit me so many times.
Clean up this fucking mess. I'm gonna go find tomatoes.
All right. Let's get this bitch on the road. Hey, welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, lads.
sure.
Yay!
Yeah, that's why we free time to do things. What does everybody remember?
Michaelo threw cups.
Yeah, he fucking did. Threw cups like a champ.
Hey. Yes, he did.
He threw glass cups.
They were just mugs.
Ceras pulled Splinter Cell shit.
Yeah, she did. Ceras, are you still disguised?
Tyrum was sexually
yes.
assaulted.
Tyrum
was
got a
sexually
kiss,
assaulted.
for
And he was also
for
racially
resuscitation.
profiled.
And super.
Yes, you.
Yep, that did happen. Yep. Mhm.
There's
Yeah,
some,
yeah, I did.
somebody's gonna die because they are trying to save orphans.
Maybe. Could be a thing. Could be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Could be a thing, yeah. And Kade and fucking Fang are running for their lives through the streets, being hunted down by a large mechanical manticorn that looks fully intent on killing us.
So the unicorn,
Manticorn.
manticore,
Yeah, manticore. Isn't that what they're called? Things, the lions with the scorpion tail and the fucking...
yeah, Core. No,
Manticore, that's what you're saying. Okay.
yeah.
Manticore. Oh. Well, I'm an illiterate fuck. I'm
Yeah.
looking at... I'm looking at the stat block. I'm fucking stupid, guys.
This is nothing new.
This is nothing new.
He said this is not-
God.
All right, rocks fall. Rocks fall.
Rocks fall.
Hey, Luna, what were you doing last?
I was sitting there,
Go ahead and antagonize. Go ahead and antagonize the DM when you're in a absolute kill situation.
What are you talking about? I'm just telling you, we know him. We know him. What's wrong with that? We know
I also
you.
tell my boss he's an asshole because I know him.
Yeah.
I didn't
Ron,
call
I
him
would
an
like to
asshole.
personally
Ron-
apologize
Ron
on
called
behalf
our
of
boss
Luna.
an
What's
asshole.
wrong? He used
There we go. There we go, Ryan. There we go, Ryan.
Michaelo
Alright.
has nothing to do with this. I think you are a great DM. Honestly, probably the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've never had a DM before.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I love it when you work the shaft. Anyways.
Oh god.
So, where do we want to pick up? Ceras and Tyrum were on their way to making it to the princess, while Luna and Mikey are in a shit situation. A guard got away. They're fighting some wolves. The kid almost died. It's bad. Luna's carrying a survivor from his burned village. It's a whole thing.
She's
And on
actually
the
under a table.
True. My apologies. She's under a table, and last but not least, Fang and Cade are absolutely dicking it through the streets. So, where would the party like to begin today's episode of Dungeons and Dragons? I think you're all in pretty high stress situations.
Dice
so
roll?
Dice roll? Oh,
Dice roll. I'm down for that.
I nominate Michaelo
initiative?
from my group for the
I'm about
dice
to say,
roll.
everybody roll
Okay.
initiative. Highest initiative starts. The fucking today's episode.
Oh,
Wow.
it is
It's a
not going to be
17.
I'm
us.
down for that.
That's a 3.
That's
Yeah,
13.
Are we adding our bonuses?
Yes.
That was with my
Okay,
Well-
that's a 19.
Oh, well then a 14.
4.
In the spirit of fairness, I rolled for Cade.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 17 on the dice. I'm trying to pull up his stat block.
Oh, he's definitely got a higher initiative score.
His initiative
Anyways.
is like +7.
It is, but in the spirit of I'm the DM, who rolled the highest?
Ceras, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it. Tyrum, Ceras, you left a peacekeeper stuck in a corner, tied up under some loose plants. You ledged 2 guys back to back, kind of wild. You stand on this roof next to a large tower. You can also see another large tower over yonder at the far end of the castle, much higher than the one that's next to you. And on the other side of the castle walls, you hear a slight sound of training. It seems as if knights were on the other side, swinging swords repeatedly.
On the tower closest to us?
No, on the far side, over here. If you have.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yep.
Tyrum looks back at the peacekeeper and then mutters to himself, "No loose ends."
Okay.
Tyrum, does Ceras hear this?
What's your passive, Tim?
Yeah.
Hey, Tyrum, you can roll to beat that, or you can let her hear you. It's up to you.
What was that? A stealth?
Yeah.
I rolled a 12.
Damn it. Yeah, Ceras didn't hear you.
Certainly snuffs the passive.
So Tyrum walks over to the peacekeeper covered in a
Tyrum, what
cloak.
are you doing?
I'm making sure no one can snitch on us.
Tyrum, come on.
Hey.
We were nice. You know, we were... Come on,
She needs
she's just
to pay
a
for her
pathetic word.
crimes.
Tyrum,
Her crime, she's just a city guard. Come on.
There is no such thing as just a city guard. And Tyrum grabs the peacekeeper by the arm.
so strong, mighty warrior. You're a lot stronger when you're up and
She's
running.
gagged.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Tyrum starts dragging her over to the ledge that Tyrum and Ceras were both looking over. And
Hold up. Before you do anything.
Mhm.
Shit. Where did it go? Never mind. You continue.
Tyrum drags her to the ledge, and he sits her beside him, not in front of him, beside him. And he just kind of like puts his hand on her shoulder.
Roll me a perception.
That is a 21.
You notice she's struggling wherever her hands are bound. She's struggling really hard to get out of those tight restraints.
Tyrum looks down at her hands and looks at her.
Ceras is frowning.
May Rasheen protect you. And then he pushes her off of the cliff.
Ceras casts Featherfall.
Tyrum looks back at Ceras, eyes glowing.
Ceras folds her arms and goes, "Why did there was no reason to kill her?
There was every reason to kill her. She saw us. She could have easily told anybody about us, and now she's gonna be able to tell everybody about us because she's gonna go down to the ground."
Yes, she's going to tell them about what, some handsome man and some weird guard.
Oh, I don't know, maybe 2 people who infiltrated the castle and then killed 2 guards.
They already know people infiltrated the castle and killed 2 guards, Tyrum.
Yeah, and this was one less person who would have known that.
There's an entire regiment that knows this. They're all downstairs right now.
And they will be dealt with when the time is right.
Are you
Any
telling me
followers
we're
of-
going to go down there and kill them all right now? We can't do that.
No, eventually I will.
But
They
yeah,
all follow Rasheen. They all need to die.
Tyrum. We'll figure something out. We didn't need to kill her. She's
Agree
just
to
weird
disagree.
and horny. And she gave us useful information. She was
Sorry?
obviously willing to betray Rasheen for a kiss from you. Do you think she's really that dedicated of a follower?
Tyrum ponders for a second. No Rasheen follower is to be trusted.
Alright.
They're all spineless, soulless snakes looking for
Well-
the next avenue to get their upper hand on you.
Well, I suppose that's pretty true. But let's just move on. Didn't you say that you felt the weird dark energy when we were above and Ceras points to the stairwell where you were talking about it being right above, right here?
No, it's not. It's not the weird dark energy. That's what Michaelo and Luna are supposed to be investigating. We're supposed to be
yeah.
looking for the radiant energy.
Yeah, you did a detect good and evil or something, and
Divine
senses. The divine sense. It was over here, right? You can see my ping, right?
Oh, hold on, sorry, I'm not enrolled.
Oh, okay.
Hey, do either one of you want to look over the edge and see where she fell?
Oh yeah, Ceras is gonna look down.
Hell yeah. Ceras, you look down and you see the Peacekeeper stuck on one of the roof spikes. Her restraint is caught. She is dangling. She hasn't hit the ground. She's just kind of like hanging there, like a Spider-Man villain.
Does she look like she's enjoying herself?
She looks frightened as shit, but also it looks like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Tyrum really tied her the fuck up.
That's true.
But also, she's not in a position that looks like it's gonna put her in any harm. She's just kind of like hanging up, you know, hanging around.
Okay. Ping again.
Right there. Can you see that?
DM, I don't really remember where you told me the radiant energy
Okay.
was on this map.
It's like the middle. I think it's that tallest tower in the middle, or at the top middle. I think that's where you were talking about that because we were in the stairwell and we was like, Tyrum, where do we go? And then Ron said directly above you.
Let's just find our way up there. Yeah.
All right, so Ceras is going to move over here and kind of just peep and see if there's anybody close by.
As you peek around the second tallest tower in the castle, you don't see anybody on the other side of the castle wall. You see a door leading in to the left and another guard's post that looks like the similar design to the one you guys just came up with.
Okay, so there's a door in like right here.
Yeah.
Is there? Okay, Ceras moves forward. Is there a door over here?
There is.
All right. Let's go. Let's go through this door.
You also passed a stairwell to your right over here when you guys walked past, just in case you're curious. But you sneak through the door.
Yeah, Ceras very gently opens the door.
It's a tight corner way that leads to another door. Kind of like an in between, you know, in and out.
A little airlock. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so Ceras walks in and then very gently opens this door.
Roll me a stealth.
All right. So that's a +2 from my cloak and also a plus. I feel like I'm forgetting something here.
Been a flash of genius if you really wanted to.
I don't think I can do that on myself. I might. Let me read it. Just because. Let me read it. When you or another creature you can see. Oh, yeah, when you. All right, I'm going to do a flash of genius and a plus 2, so that is a total of 16.
Ceras, how do you MacGyver to look around this corner?
Ceras,
Your flash of genius hits. What do you do?
Ceras, her eyes glow very soft gold as she looks at the angle of the wall and sees the shadow of the guard that is standing there,
Yep.
and and what else?
You see the shadow.
She,
You see the shadow looking like it's going into a yawning position.
yeah, she calculates the angle of the yawn and goes, "There's a guy."
Does the
She signs to
staircase
Tyrum.
does the staircase that we passed like lead up, or does it just go down?
Nope, it leads directly up. It only goes up. There is no down from there.
Tyrum signs to Ceres to we should probably just take the staircase that we passed that takes us up.
But isn't there an even taller tower right over here? Does that and
There.
you detected the thing right here? Isn't there a tower right here?
There is. There is a tower there, and there is a tower behind you guys. This one is far larger.
Which one is far larger, this one or this one?
This
The one where Ceres is at right now. The one where you
Hey,
detected something.
Tyrum, roll me a quick religion.
It's always the fucking religion checks, brother. 12.
Tyrum, your holy symbol begins to give off a low vibration. It's kind of soothing in effect. It feels like it's really cleared your mind, and you hear the words "trust yourself" gently echo in the breeze.
I believe that the true path to what we seek is through the staircase.
Ceres looks at you kind of weird, and then she shrugs and goes, "All right, let's go then." And she walks over with you to the tower here.
The stairwell goes on forever. It feels hella long to walk this tight 8 to 6 steps spiral. It's complete stone. It's old as hell. There's cobwebs. This is just a bad time. It looks like, honestly, if it wasn't for the footprints in the dust, it would seem as if no one had been up here in quite some time.
Tyrum just quietly starts climbing the staircase.
And so
Ceres follows.
the two of yous walk up this long ass fucking staircase. And it leads you to the top of this mysterious tower. As you breach through the stairwell, you enter a small garden. One second. You enter a small garden. It's very well kept. There's beautiful flowers all over it. There's a large fountain, and there's only one more room. One more door that looks different from the other three. The other three doors look like stairwells that you just came out of. But there's one door that sets apart, and you guys are very high up. You can see the entirety of New East Yorkshire from this room, peering over the edges of the tower walls. And again, there's nobody else in sight.
Tyrum points to the door. Also, Tyrum and Ceres are not there. Tyrum points to the door that is different from all the others and signs. I think we should go through that one.
Probably a good idea. And maybe maybe we should go wait in the bushes, see if anyone shows up. No. There's already too much bullshit going on. Let's just get there.
As you two make way through the courtyard, you you see no life in this place. A couple odd statues, but oddly enough, unlike the stairwell, the gardens look very well taken care of. And in one of the bushes, rustling around over here, you hear rustling in the bushes, rustling around.
Yes.
Rustling.
Yes, rustling.
Rustling the bushes. Aaron, there's something in the bushes over there.
I guess I'm gonna try to investigate.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh my god, dude. 7.
Well, I mean, honestly, it wasn't a hard pass. I'm just trying to get back to. I'm kind of stalling to get back to something. That was more or less it. You see a woman fallen over in the bushes. She seems to be covered in gardening tools, a very large bag, and an ass load of flowers. She tumbled over, and you see her legs kind of flailing in the bushes.
Tyrum signs to Ceras. It's just some ditzy bitch. I don't think she's
Well?
actually noticed us.
The garden tender, I guess. Let's sneak around to her. Or, let's see. I'm gonna roll for this to see if this is. Ceres is pretty skittish.
Both
Yeah,
of you-
Ceres is. Ceres
No,
is
go
gonna ask Tyrum, could this person be the source of whatever you felt? They
Oh.
don't.
Tyrum kind of scratches his head and then he grabs his holy symbol. And he kind of mutters a little prayer to himself, to the symbol.
Let me hear that prayer. Let me hear that day.
Oh, wise goddess Hydros, seer of all fates, please give me some insight as to is this woman part of our important plan, or is she just a civilian?
Aram, roll me a religion or an arcane with advantage.
Oh no.
Also, for those of you wondering, if you check general, that's what she looks like. She's like covered in leaves, flowers, and gardening tools. Her legs are flailing. She really just can't get back to her side. This bush is eating her alive. She starts kind of swinging her legs back and forth, trying to jerk herself out of the bush as you two are signing to each other.
Help me, Stubro.
11.
We
God
know.
damn.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm. This bitch is going in dice jail.
Eat it.
Yeah. Eat it. Eat the dice. Eat the dice. The symbol flashes at you.
Okay.
That's it. That's your sign. A gentle golden flash lights your symbol up as this woman is struggling to get out of the bushes.
Tyrum lightly huffs and looks back at Ceras and signs. I'm not sure who this woman is, or if she is important to us or not.
As she's flailing her legs, one of her shoes flips off. Ceras, roll me a dex.
Oh. Dex save.
No, yeah, dex save.
That's a dirty 20.
That's disgusting. Ceras, almost like as if you've seen it coming, the flip flop gently graces past your face.
Ceres goes, okay, Tyrum, I'll go talk to her and distract her so you can walk by and get to the door.
Tyrum kind of like shakes his head frantically. Ceras, we are in the highest of security of places at the moment in this castle. So
Well, yeah.
talking to her could reveal us even being up here, which could cause a paramount of problems.
But yes, but I can go up to her and say, "My lady, there's been a incident. I'm here to guard you. I am like the assassin, you know."
Ceras, roll me one more dex save.
God damn. Hold on.
Something in this bush has her like grappled. Something maybe in her hair. You hear it. It's out. Fuck my hair.
That's a 14.
The flip flop hits you in the back of the head as you're signing to Tyrum.
Ceres looks over and then looks back at Tyrum.
Fucking
I
bush,
don't,
stupid.
I don't think she's that smart, anyways.
Tyrum shrugs and then starts signing. I'm gonna hide behind this little tree.
Make your way to the door, Tyrum. We gotta get past her.
Do we? I thought this was the door.
Oh, did
No,
we walk
that's
all
where
the
you
way to
started.
the door? That's where we
That's
started.
where
We gotta go to the bottom.
Okay. All right.
That's why yeah.
So where's Rose Chick? Is she here or is she?
Yeah, she's down there. Yeah.
She's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Okay. Tyrum starts like creeping and circling around.
Also, she was
Alright.
lobbing those shoes. I want y'all to know this map is
Yeah,
actually
clearly.
Actually, hold on. This woman seems very powerful.
Sure, she's not Hispanic.
Very strong.
All right. So Ceres walks over, or lightly jogs over.
Are you all right?
And
2 questions. You're still a peacekeeper, right?
yes.
Okay. All right, that was the only question.
Oh, that was the only question.
There was a follow-up question if you had said no.
Yeah, that would not be part of the plan if I wasn't still. And Ceres goes up to her, and my lady, with her one of her puppets behind her back.
Hello,
There's been-
someone
there's
there?
been
Please, God, get me out of this bush.
Ceres like kind of looks left and right. She kind of like looks backwards at where Tyrum is.
Well, what are you waiting for? Come on. Listen, I just help. I think it's got my hair.
Ceres looks into the bush and investigates. What does she see?
You see
that is a 16 plus 7.
Holy shit! Yeah, you see the princess as she's flailing one of her arms in this bush, trying to pull her hair out of some branches of the bush. You also notice that on top of being covered in a bunch of shit, her left arm is fucking broken, and I don't think she's noticed it yet.
Oh, my lady, it seems that you have a terrible wound.
excuse-
Let me pick you up.
What? What do you talk? Please, just get me out of this bush.
Ceres does a quick history check. That is a 14 plus 7.
What are you inferring into? What is your?
I want like lineage, any kind of royal lineage, because I'm sure it comes up in tales spun to crowds during the traveling circus. Any story that would relate to the lineage of the royalty of Newest Yorkshire. You know, maybe a little ballad with a princess of fair hair, fair pink hair.
What did you roll?
A 21.
The hair is striking because not many people are known to have it, but it does remind you of somebody you met a long time ago.
Oh, Ceres starts thinking on that as she untangles this girl's hair from.
Stop! You're pulling out. Please, just a little gentler, please. All right, this hair is hard enough to handle, if I'm being honest. And you're just pull me out of the bushes, please. She starts like kind of like scissor kicking her legs at you.
Yeah, Ceres tries harder, I guess, by being more gentle. I don't, wait a minute.
Tyrum is watching Sarah struggle to do this.
Ceres is Ceres limited to the reminded, or can I take this from here?
You can definitely take this from here.
Okay, all right. Ceres gets her out of the bush. Unless you want me to roll for that.
Nah. You finally her hair breaks loose, and you pull her out as she dusts herself off with her one good arm. She looks down. Oh my! I see it is broken. I was hoping it wasn't, but the fall was a little harder than I had anticipated.
Ceres looks at this woman, and a little memory kicks in.
Also, Ceres, as you're reminiscing, you see what appears to be a half-assed plan of tied blankets thrown over the garden wall directly behind her. The walls are very tall.
She like she tied blankets together
Like,
to
like
escape.
to escape.
building?
Yes. As you're fondly remembering.
Yeah, okay. Ceres looks at her and goes, "You wouldn't." Sorry, with the puppet behind her back. You wouldn't happen to have almost drowned many years ago near a
Before-
circus, would you?
She looks at you a little sideways. Before I answer that question, why does your voice sound different?
What? My voice sounds the same. I'm using the same puppet.
You started with a Russian accent.
Oh, that's my bad. uh, I mean, it wouldn't work like that lore-wise. That was just a me
Okay.
fuck up.
Oh, fair. Yeah, she pulled after she like dusts herself off and kind of cleans herself up a little bit. She begins fixing her hair, and you notice that there's a large scar over her right eye. She brushed her hair back and she says, "Yeah, I fell into a river when I was a kid. My father he had snuck me out of the castle to go see a circus. I must have ran off when the clowns came out, and I don't remember much of what happened after that." She begins like gracefully petting her forehead scar. But no matter. What are you doing here, soldier? I thought I'd asked not to be disturbed. She's kind of fidgeting her hand. She's kind of fidgeting her hand. She kind of positions herself between you and the blankets, hoping you don't notice. She looks like she's hiding something.
Ceres looks at her.
Also, where's Bucket?
Bucket is right next to Ceres.
She hasn't noticed Bucket yet.
All right. I don't know if Ceres would have built Bucket at that point in time, though.
Bucket definitely doesn't look the same, but I imagine Ceres would have had a prototype.
Would have had a prototype Bucket. Yeah. God. We're on a mission. We're on a mission, but also you're dropping this plot hook in front of me, so I'm gonna go ahead and take it. TM.
Yes. Okay.
Ceres looks at her. Can I tell you a secret?
She nods.
And then Ceres, looks like, I'm part of a circus. And
She kind of squints at you, but what are you talking about? Peacekeepers are usually trained from a young age.
she takes off the mask.
Oh. She sees you magically turn back into a gnome wearing bright orange circus attire and
Tyrum just like face palms.
as she watches you shrink back to your normal size and self, she is kind of dumbfounded. Oh, I see. You're the intruder I heard so much about. She puts her hands on both of her like together. Puts her hands together.
Is her arm hurting?
Absolutely it is, but she doesn't
Ceres-
seem to notice the pain. She starts like Birdman rolling her hands together, maybe even going so far as to rub her wrist.
Ceres goes, do you want me to help you with that?
She gestures kindly as she kind of holds up her broken arm in front of you. Yes, please.
She casts Cure Wounds. That is plus
More than
5
eight, more than
HP.
the HP that she has. I guarantee it. Um, her arm slowly fixes itself. Thank you. She begins rubbing her forehead again. I haven't been able to feel pain quite the same since my accident, but
Really?
yeah,
What accident? Like,
when I was just a young girl, I fell into a river. I had run off, and I was so scared. I must have slipped in the mud during. Yeah, she looks a little dazed. Ceras, you would remember this night very well.
yes, you slipped in and you fell into the water and you started splashing around and I was just hanging out working on Bucket and
She looks over. Oh, it's she picks you up and gives you a fat fucking hug. What is your name? I never even got your name. I remember being taken back to the royal court after my accident. I didn't even. And she just kind of like nuzzles you a little bit. And what is this marvelous creation as she drops you? She goes instantly down to kneeling to Bucket's level, trying to investigate him.
this is Bucket. He's a very I've worked on him for a long time. In fact, when that night that you were drowning, I ended up I was working on tweaking Bucket point 0.01, 0.05 maybe.
As you're
Can't remember.
explaining this, she's like rubbing Bucket's legs. She's touching around some of the wires, kind of peeking through, trying to see what's under the cabinet that holds the core. And she stops and she puts her hand on top of Bucket as you're explaining this.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel a warm energy kind of envelop the two of you.
Oh,
Like a nice warm summer hug, or just some of your more fondest memories.
does this feel like a magical aura, or can I roll an Arcana?
You can roll me an Arcana.
That would be a 21.
Yes, this is definitely a magical aura emanating directly from her. It kind of reminds you of like when Tyrum uses lay on hands.
Ceres's eyes widen for a minute.
And she looks up
And-
at you. Your
Yeah.
robot really loves you. You take very good care of it.
But
And she
my
pats you on the head.
Ceres looks up at her and goes, "I didn't really design a personality or anything, but he has been acting like he has thoughts recently."
She puts her hand on her chin and kind of taps it a few times. I wouldn't exactly call it sentient, but you can feel it. You can feel it, you know? And she kind of like flails her hands around, making like a scrunchy hand motion at you. And she looks
Huh.
down at Bucket, and it really likes you. Bucket is standing there, has not moved.
Oh, that's so nice to hear. Oh, my goodness. I didn't expect to have such good news today. That's awesome. And then she goes, "Okay, so my constituent, we were coming here because we felt some kind of great energy source coming from this location and we came to investigate."
Energy source? Well, the only thing up here is me, sweetheart. They keep me trapped up here, and I've been waiting for an acquaintance of mine to come and pick me up. But
And
she rolls her eyes, but he's lollygagging. As
who's your acquaintance? Maybe I know them, or maybe I saw them. Not sure.
Well, when I was out of the castle this one time, when I was sneaking around, I met a gentleman. He said his name was Cones, and that he could,
Bones.
help me get out of here.
I
His name is
see.
JC Cones. He's a real
Jason
sweetheart.
Cones. He's a guy. He has pretty good pretty good body on him. Little darker skin. Yeah.
I wouldn't know anything about his body. When I saw him, he was fully masked. You know, where that
Yeah, he
strange,
wears that
strange
mask.
thing.
He's like a ninja guy. Yes, I know him.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. She starts kind of like tapping her fingers together a little statistically. She's like, maybe I shouldn't be waiting for him then.
Well, I mean, what did he? He said he was going to break you out of here, or
Yeah,
what?
he told me this morning that he'd be sending some friends to come help me out, but
Oh
sadly,
God. I wish he would have told us what we were looking for, but I guess we are kind of working in concert with him. There's multiple things going on around the city right now. It's been being used as a distraction to come and get whatever was this power source.
She grabs your cheeks and stretches your face a little bit. Do you mean to tell me that you are responsible for the smoke I keep seeing over the tower?
Well, somebody is, and I can only assume it had to do with this, because without that, this wouldn't be possible.
She stretches your face a little harder. You didn't hurt anybody, right?
Well, the people out there are glorious leader, and one of our newer pickups. He's a nice kid. You know, I don't know. I don't think he would go out of his way to hurt anyone. I can't promise the safety of guards, though.
She looks kind of sad for a minute. She begins tearing up, but then she slaps both of her cheeks and wipes her eyes. It's good. This city deserves a change, and
Ceras waves over at Tyrum.
Tyrum, Tyrum,
Don't be
listening
afraid.
to
This
all
is my friend Tyrum. He is part of our little party.
My, he's very tall.
Yes, he is. He is very
Tyrum.
strong too. Tyrum's strong.
Tyrum bows his head. It's a pleasure to meet you, Your Highness.
She gracefully extends her hand and gives you a little curtsy, waiting for you to,
Tyrum takes her hand and
uh,
and gives it a little like shake.
Yes. She takes her hand back. And to what do I owe the pleasure of meeting a good knight like yourself?
I'm not in knight's clothes.
You are in the robes.
Yeah.
And what would a priest be doing on this side of the tower today?
I'm not in those robes either.
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing the inspector's uniform.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you have the coat on.
Yeah.
The Inspector Gadget coat.
Yeah, the Inspector Gadget coat. I'm sorry, I forgot all about that. She slowly takes her hand back as she gets a whiff of the coat. And how do you know my savior here?
Grace on it.
Tyrum notices that she's taken aback by the coat. Listen, this coat was just a disguise to get up here, and it barely even worked.
She shakes her head at you. I'm sure it's a nice disguise. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about getting you out of here. She eyes her.
She instantly lights up. You'll take me with you? You'll take me out of this wretched castle?
What? I mean,
will,
yes, but we need to talk later. Let's have a talk about what they've been doing to you.
Ceras, hold on, Ceras.
Ceras, roll me a contest in strength.
Ceras or Tyrum?
Ceras.
That's a nat one.
Oh yeah. As you're trying very hard to get her attention, the two of you, she lifts you up, Ceras. Oh, what a joyous day! You're gonna take me out of this godforsaken place. She starts swinging you around in a circle.
Your
Ceras,
Highness.
as you're being rotated, Ceras, you kind of see Bucket give you a little jig, a little up and down.
Bucket's doing a little jig. Yeah. Well, Bucket likes the idea too.
She stops and looks at you, Tyrum. Yes, sorry. She places Ceras back down gently and pats her head again.
There is an important matter that that we would like to discuss with you. Hopefully, this might be something of a subject matter that you are an expert in.
Oh, and
See,
what might that be? Ceras, you slowly feel the princess like kind of like hug behind you. You feel her drop those knockers on your head, you know, and she's really big sistering you right now. She's
Okay.
excited.
Yeah,
See,
Ceres
my
accepts it.
my divine sense has brought us here to save you. You seem to radiate some type of energy that is drawn to my powers, but we also have another goal in mind. Uh, it's part of our mission.
Your mission, and what would that be? She you know looks very interested.
In order to provide the city with the much needed change that it so righteously deserves, we need the crown off of your father's head.
Oh, she looks like she looks like she's seen a ghost. Well, I will have you both know that I will not be going anywhere near my father's tower, and should you make it out, I would very much appreciate the two of you taking me with you. She kind of you feel her kind of step away, Ceres.
We
All
don't
right.
need you to come into the tower. No, we rather you stay as far away from danger as possible. And
She
we
she lets
gladly
out a deep breath, a deep relief.
we'd gladly take you away from here. No one deserves to be pent up in an isolated chamber.
You see
We
my
just
father.
we just need a sort of a plan or some way to get in, so we can help. You see,
Well,
uh,
I can help you
uh,
with that. She stops you. I can absolutely help you with that, good sir. There are only two ways into my father's tower. It's either you go through his bedroom portal, but, you know, that's kind of hard to do, or you find a key to the elevator. The elevator takes you directly up to the execution chambers where he's been residing.
Ceres pulls out the key. You mean like this?
Yes, exactly. Now, if you go find the, she looks back and she double takes. Where did you get that?
A
we're
guard.
very resourceful.
Well, if you go back to the first floor, towards
Oh God.
the southern east corner of the tower, there's an elevator directly outside of the room. Once you get in there, it takes you directly to the castle.
Okay. Well,
Tyrum face palms and huffs.
okay. I'll tell you what, Princess. Is there a way for you? Is this southeast side? Is it like gated off, or is it open to the roads?
Over here, as far as like the castle.
Yeah, like say okay, so we're at the top of this tower,
Right.
and we need to go down to the first floor,
Mm-hmm.
and there's just open road there. Is it like gated off? Let's say hypothetically, if I use Featherfall and we all jump down, including the princess, would she be able to walk away?
Yes.
Two Sal's.
Yes, she would.
All right.
As
Ceres
you-
looks
Ceres-
at Tyrum.
Ceres, as
goes,
you've noticed,
yeah.
looking up, as you've noticed, looking over the tower walls, the castle is only surrounded by the wall that y'all were standing on previously. The rest of it is just directly into the city. You do notice guards standing every which way, and you still see the peacekeeper dangling. She's like kicking her feet, trying to flip, but she just can't get the up.
All right. So what you're saying is that if we feather fall down there, guards would definitely see.
Depends on how stealthy you are, yeah.
God. Well, how do you stealthily fall out of the sky?
That's not for me to figure out, guy.
Oh no. Okay. Well, Tyrum, if we are going loud after we get to the door, I could possibly give the princess my cloak, and she could make her way to a safe place.
I think the princess needs your cloak either way.
Very true. Ceres
What
takes
cloak are we talking about? I like cloaks.
Ceres.
I don't ever get to go shopping.
Ceres takes off her beautiful orange cloak and gently hands it to her and says, "This cloak is very special. It will increase your stealthiness, and if you put the hood on, no one will notice you. Now, if you speak to them, they will notice you. Just don't say anything and just keep walking. Don't bump into anyone. Don't, keep your head down."
She looks at the cloak. This seems very special to be a gift, Ceres. I don't know if I can accept this.
Don't worry, it's not a gift, it's a loan.
I see. How presumptuous. Sorry. Usually people come up here and try to buy my love.
No, it's okay. It's certainly okay.
She gracefully gives you a little curtsy and takes the cloak.
Ceres then takes out a piece of paper. Would Ceres be able to draw can I roll a history to draw a map to get to Sal's?
Absolutely.
Alright. Please be good. That is a 16 plus 7.
Ceres, you're an artistic genius who engineers things daily. You are absolutely good enough to draw a map back to Sal's.
If we get separated or if we get you out, keep this map, make your way to this location, and ask for a slice of pizza on Ceres.
What is this pizza?
It is a most delicious food that I know you will enjoy greatly.
She grabs the paper and she begins tearing up. And she starts nodding her head at you as she's tearing up. You seem to always come around to save my life, huh?
It's what I do. And then Ceres winks.
She gives you a hug.
Ceres hugs her back and goes, "Okay, now let's get out of here. But we need a plan."
As she's hugging you and you try to talk her off, she doesn't let go. She begins kind of sobbing into your shoulder a little bit.
Ceres sticks one of her arms out and signs to Tyrum. "Let's make a plan to get out of here. I can feather fall us off the side, but the guards might see."
Signing with one hand is crazy. It's like a fucking Sharingan in there.
Yeah.
Princess, are there any other staircases that lead down to the main lobby?
She points at the other two staircases that are attached to her tower. Now, unlike the one that you actually walked up, these two are magically inclined. She points at both of them. Well, both of those will take you to one of the four corners of the castle, though I'm not allowed to use them. I've never actually been able to get them to work. I'm not really good at magical things.
Do you know if this magic only works on you, or is it just a general gist thing?
She shrugs. It's kind of like trying to operate something, but I can't read the words.
Well, let's take a look.
Yeah.
And Sarah starts walking over to the portal.
Sarah says you begin walking to one of the portal doors, whichever one, left or right. As you both begin making your way, the princess stops next to you, Tyrum, and she looks at you almost as if she's in a daze, and she holds out her hand.
Tyrum takes her hand again.
Roll me one more religion with advantage.
Okie dokie.
Flash of
I'm definitely
genius.
using my first roll.
If it's bad, I'm
20.
using a flash. There we go.
You said what?
Dirty 20.
Finally.
I know. Finally looks upon me with favor.
Yes, she does. But no, actually, Tyrum, the moment you take her hand, you see everything fade to black. It's almost as if your domain expansion has enveloped you, only there's no one else here. It's a pitch black darkness. You can only slightly make out Ceras, Bucket, and the princess standing next to you. As everything fades
Tyrum
to black,
starts slowly looking around.
as you begin circling and scanning, you begin to see the faces of your fallen comrades. Same as in the domain expansion, only they're not screaming. They slowly begin fading into your sight. The blue and gray spirits standing at attention, holding their weapons, some saluting. None of them moving or talking, but like statues, you see all their faces. It's they look at peace, and as you finally lock back eyes with the princess, her eyes begin glowing. Her whole body, the silhouette envelops into a beautiful golden ball of light.
What?
What
is this?
And then she looks at you. Brave paladin. You must be tired. The princess's silhouette begins turning towards you as a celestial light being begins walking towards you, and she puts her hand out. It certainly has been far too long, Tyrum. And she puts her hand on your forehead. You know who this is.
Tyrum. Do I know who this is in a good way or a bad way?
In the best of ways.
Tyrum falls to one knee and bows his head.
No need for such pleasantries. Stand, warrior. Stand.
Tyrum stands.
Ceras is working on the portal.
No,
Tyrum's-
Ceras, you have not moved. Nobody has moved. You can't
It's
see
like
it.
it's frozen in time.
Yeah.
Oh
you're
shit!
Stuck. Yeah. He is enveloped in a mindscape.
Tyrum stands and puts on a dutiful, like, stoic face. My goddess, I believed that you had no longer felt the need to shed your love upon me. Your guidance, I've missed it. I haven't felt the light in the same way that I used to.
As you're explaining this to Kydros, you see the light silhouette slowly start to solidify into an actual being. Starting from her feet and ankles up, you start to see her slowly regain color, form, clothing. The goddess is truly in front of you. Damn it, I don't have the fucking picture! Ah!
Every time.
Every time. I thought I saved it and I did not. Nonetheless, you know what she looks like as she begins solidifying into a physical form. And why is it, my brave warrior, do you follow me? She looks at you. Surrounded by so many beings. She begins on kind of walking towards you. There are those that reek of ice but stand powerfully, surrounded by all manner of gods and undead, dragons even. Tyrum, your fate is quite eccentric, wouldn't you say?
I believe that times have been rather testing.
As you say this, she begins to slowly flash at you, and she falls to a knee.
My goddess, what is it?
Believers, Tyrum, the faith, it's what instills us with divinity. And as you know, mine have been... She begins covering her mouth and kind of sobbing a little bit. And I will not forgive the one that did this to us. She puts her hand on your shoulder. Do you truly wish to follow me into this dark and prevalent path?
I will do what I must to restore you to the glory that you deserve.
You know, long ago there were adventurers, first of the kind, back when the dragons ruled the world. We were born with strange powers, and it allowed us to fight back. Soon we had all been given the chance to become something more, and some of us didn't take to it well. The power, Tyrum, it corrupts. My brother is just that. She muscles herself back up to her feet. I was a brave warrior once, Tyrum, much like you. I guess that's why we tend to follow each other. Our fates forever intertwined. She puts her hand on your forehead, Tyrum, and suddenly you are imbued with a flash of energy. We'll just say that you've gained back a spell slot of your choice.
Amazing. What's that?
Yeah. Brave warrior, will you continue to fight?
I will restore glory to the name of Kydros. I will make those who slaughtered the innocent and murdered our brethren pay for their sins, for their crimes. I will restore this order to the glory it once. I will set things right.
Then remember, Tyrum, you must also walk a path of goodness. We share fate with those that believe. We share. And then she looks back at where the princess was standing. Then, brave warrior, I will give you the first key to doing what you intend. I will help you with all of my remaining power to get us through this. She walks back over to where the princess silhouette was standing, and she begins falling back in line with it, beginning to start the glow. All gods have an avatar, Tyrum. You must find his. That is the only true way to stop my brother from ascending into something more cruel and evil. And as the light slowly works its way up through her shoulders and neck, the final thing she says to you, Tyrum, is, "Oh, and before it's too late, remember that Kade," and then she cuts off and everything flashes back to normal.
Hiram reaches his hand out, trying
Sarah-
to catch Kydros before she fades away, so he can hear what she says. Obviously, it's not quick enough.
Ceras, you see Tyrum flailing around all of a sudden. The princess looks at you. What? Are you okay?
Tyrum, come on, stop messing around. We've got the work to do.
Tyrum kind of frantically looks around.
Tyrum, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How did you know my name?
Just had
A feeling.
came to me. And she shrugs at you. Couldn't explain it any other way. And she begins walking towards Ceras.
Tyrum kind of watches the princess, and not in a creepy way, but trying to analyze her and see, try to make sense of the situation.
She gracefully puts her hands behind her back, and she doesn't even mutter. She just gracefully says, "It feels like I've known you my whole life all of a sudden." And she catches up with Ceras.
Tyrum just takes a gulp and follows.
So, Ceras, do you think you can actually get this door to work?
Well, Ceres has worked with the portals before,
Mm-hmm.
and she has access to a lot of new runes.
Mm-hmm.
So Ceres's first going to analyze a little bit. She's going to do an investigation of the door itself for its runes and its language, and that is a 21.
It's good old gnomish ingenuity, just like the door you walk through at Lois's keep.
Oh
Also-
yes, this is just like the last one.
Yes, the runes work exactly the same. But instead of the multiple rocks like before, there is only one set of glyphs.
Ceras looks at Tyrum. Hey, remember that rock portal that we had? Well, there's only 2 now. Now we just got to figure out where the rocks are. I guess.
Tyrum looks at the
Okay,
princess.
to describe, the door is like that of like the God of War doors. You know, you got a couple runes hovering around the door. But they pretty much work like all the other teleportation stuff that we've been using.
Oh yeah. Ceras activates the runes then.
The door begins glowing blue, and it leads back down to the first floor.
Okay.
If you both choose to step through it.
Princess, what I want you to do for us is put on the cloak, raise the hood, and step through the portal. If you are not back in 5 seconds, we will come after you. But I'd like you to go look, tell us what you'll see, and come back.
You want she points to herself. You want me to go first?
Yes, Princess. You will be completely safe with the cloak on. They will not be able to see. Actually, you know what?
This cloak fits her like a crop top.
You know what? That might be on a little unsafe. How about you just give me the cloak back, and when I come back, I will hand you back the cloak.
She looks down at you as she's already begun struggling to get into the cloak. Well, no, and she finishes putting it on.
Okay. All right.
She looks ready for adventure in this tight ass cloak that covers her from like the ass up.
Well, you look very fetching in that. Anyways, Ceras looks down. She looks at the slot in Bucket's new core.
Ooh.
New core, and goes, okay, well, here's to do some artificery. And let me actually see what this takes to see if I can do it. I do have a stone of some sort. Let me check my inventory.
Bucket slot. Go cool.
Yeah, I'm using a bucket slot, but I do need.
Hey, Tyrum, while Ceras figures out what she wants to do with Bucket, what are you thinking about right now? I just don't want Ceras.
Tyrum's still kind of like looking at the princess and trying to piece together everything, and he is reflecting on his behavior since things have really started.
And how does that make you feel?
He knows that Kydros wants to be generous and helpful and kind, and in his heart of hearts, he's not a cruel person. He doesn't really enjoy the pain that he inflicts. But he's also a little conflicted because in his mind, he's always felt, or not always felt, but he feels like the course correction for the amount of, heinous crimes committed against his order, against his goddess, needs more punishment. So he's trying to implement ways, being kind.
Food for thought. The goddess also told you to trust your own instincts.
Yeah. He's also thinking He needs to protect this girl at all costs.
That's the big one. As long as you got that. Hey, Ceras, what were you doing?
Ceres looks and she pulls out one of her lodestones and goes, here, well, here goes nothing. I'm not sure if this will work, but let me try. And she starts carving runes on the lodestone.
Princess is over your shoulder, like almost drooling with excitement. What are you doing? What is, is that magic? Are you doing magic? I love magic. Sorry, I don't know that much.
Ceres does not reply because she is using both hands. And Ceres attempts to create a homunculus with a lodestone instead of a gem. It should be the same. It's the same cost, but lodestone, vaguely magical. What does a lodestone look like? I forget. A lodestone is like
Doesn't it look
it's
like
a
a star?
it's a magnet. It's a chunk of magnetite. So it's
what you're doing.
all right. So as Ceres finishes the inscription, she charges it with power. And the a homunculus is summoned. It is a this time, because it was not made with a gem, is not going to come out as her regular homunculus form. This one is going to be like a big hunk of steel wool. And it is capable of rolling around.
It's like a steel tumbleweed.
Yeah, it's like a steel tumbleweed. Ceres looks at Tyrum. That didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to, but I'm sure this will do.
It starts trying to circle you, Ceres. It's just tumbling.
Does it pass near Bucket?
No.
No. All right. Is there any metal on the ground?
There's a couple like metal shaving splinters sticking out.
They immediately shoots towards the homunculus and attaches to the ball.
Ooh. The princess was going to touch it, but she quickly reaches her hand back. I see.
I wouldn't touch it. It's not exactly the right ingredient for what I was trying. And then it opens up. The ball it's like digging through wool, and like there's like an eye, a metallic eye that kind of like moving around.
It blinks out, yeah. Oh, that's kind of cool. And so, what was the point of this thing? She looks very.
Ceres whistles and points towards the portal.
It tumbles towards the portal.
And Ceres sends it a mental command to come back after it has seen the area, and then come back after you've seen the area.
It portals, and it portals to a long hallway leading into a room, but it does not see anybody in the room.
All right. So when it comes back, it tells us this. I think we're clear. All right, everyone ready? Should be a long hallway with no one in it.
Tyrum nods his head.
The princess gives you two thumbs up.
Two thumbs
Ooh-wee.
up. Ceres silently laughs to herself, silently chuckles to herself, and then walks through the portal.
The princess follows, like almost instantly. And you all end up in this hallway right here.
All right.
Okay.
I see it.
Are you hither? Good. Good. Very good.
This is the second floor. Shit.
It's the first floor.
Is it?
No, it's It's not the ground floor.
Oh, that's right. We had that conversation. Yes, yeah.
Because fuck you, Ryan.
Yeah.
I told you it was confusing.
Supposed to be confusing. It's a castle.
All right. Oh god, the webs are still in place and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or have they cut through it yet?
No, the door has remained shut. It seems like whoever was back there gave up trying to break in.
They're just waiting for somebody else to do it. They're like, I'm gonna take a nap. All right.
Some underpaid guard just went and fuck. It was like, not my shift anymore.
Shit. And we went down number 2, or we went up number 2.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're still
Okay.
waiting around?
Yes, I definitely think they're still waiting around. If they're not, they're at least charging towards us right now. I don't like this. All right. Tyrum,
Ceras, as you begin panicking, you notice the door closes that y'all just walked through.
oh,
Ceras, is it supposed to do that? There are no entry runes
Runes.
from this one. Yeah,
Okay.
from this side.
all right. Well, we'll just have to wing it.
What do you mean wing it? I thought this was safe.
More like safe for you, not safe for us.
Princess,
She starts
did you ever when were you allowed to roam the castle in the earlier times?
Of course. Before the orcs squashed the last castle.
Do you
I
know where any guard equipment would be kept?
Oh sure, there's guard posts in every stairwell. And there's one right at the first floor or the ground floor main entrance. And she boops your nose, Ceras.
Are there any on this floor?
Yes, the northern west corner of the castle is where all of the guards' barracks are. On this floor and the next floor, of course.
Okay.
Oh! But the elevator should be right through this door. Should we just get going?
Oh, yes.
She starts stuffing her hair into your tiny ass cloak hood. She takes a knee, says sorry, just one second, please. Starts stuffing the hair in there. It's just a lot of hair. Okay, I'm ready.
Tyrum slowly opens the door and peers around the corner.
It doesn't open
Uh,
because it's still got webs on it.
wait,
Ceras.
which one?
Wait, which one did you use?
No,
the webs on?
number 4. The guy that's stuck in number 4.
4. That's where it was. All right, yeah. The door opens gently.
All right, seems to be clear.
You do still see the webs on the far side of this floor though, where they you see a couple of them like sticking through. Ceras, you notice there's a guy over there trying to help that guy get out of the webs, but he definitely hasn't noticed you.
Oh shit.
But yeah, there's a peacekeeper over there like tugging at the webs, kind of stabbing at it, trying to cut the prior out. That's right, because you left a fucking prior in there. That's right. Yeah,
Right.
that's right. I remember now.
Yeah. Wait,
Um,
so where's this elevator? Let's go towards it.
She's next to Bucket at all times. The princess begins. It's right over here, and she stops in front of one door. It blends in really well with the wall, but now that you're staring at it, it's absolutely a cutout for something. And there's a small, tiny keyhole to the right of the door that blends in with like the grand wallpaper.
Tyrum
there we
kind of
go.
like he like motions his head towards it, like looking at Ceras.
Yeah, Ceras walks towards it and goes. and pulls out the key, inserts the key, turns it counterclockwise.
You hear a large ka-chunk.
All
And
right.
the key slips in deeper into the lock. It feels like there's something else you have to do.
Princess?
I've never been allowed to use it.
Oh shit. Uh, Ceres is gonna investigate.
Yeah, you are.
I need a little hint on this shit. That's in 18.
You notice that in your palm there's a faint glow on the key.
Ceres shrugs and passes mana through it.
The door outlines in gold light, and it quickly slides back and slides up. Inside, there's a beautiful steel box with two blue lantern crystals floating over top, and you see the fine gnomish ingenuity in this elevator. This is a nice fucking elevator, but also it is just a box with one single button on the other side.
So there's a box. So the elevator opens, and it's just a beautifully made elevator, and there's one button inside of it.
Yep.
Tyrum, gentlemen first.
The princess giggles, and I suppose this is where we will be saying our goodbyes as she starts like trying to pull the hood over her head some more.
Ceres looks at her, looks at Tyrum. Ceres gives Tyrum a look. Little head nod.
Tyrum takes the princess's hand, and
Tyrum. It's far too early for you to fall in love with me, isn't it?
he holds it tightly. Your Majesty, please do your best to stay safe in the city. It's very chaotic out there, and there's not very many people you can trust. Please do your best to make it to Sal's.
And who is this now?
It's the owner of the shop that Ceras told you about.
She nods.
We will do our best to make it back there as soon. And then
as soon.
She can tell how serious you're being, and she nods at you.
Tyrum lets go of her hand and just like nods his head.
Ceras, as she takes a step back, she bows to Tyrum, and then she turns to you and she gives you a fat hug. You've saved my life again, little one. I never thought this day would come. And she squeezes you really tight for a second, Ceras. And the only thing that you can remember is the young woman that had fallen into the river. Here she is. You're saving her a second time. This is kind of crazy. She also happens to be the princess of a whole country.
Sarah smiles to herself. Maybe I can get some good money out. But I guess it also feels very good to save someone. Ceres feels a connection to the princess and feels really good about it.
As she's hugging you, Bucket walks over and just kind of like walks into the two of you gently, but doesn't step back after crashing into you.
Oh, it's like he's hugging you.
Okay. So he hugs now too. Ceres is thinking to herself. She kind of pulls out her pocket notebook and starts writing in it on her back.
Hey, Ceres, roll me a quick insight.
Insight, baby. I don't think I have good insight, but that's fine. Insight,
are we switching off to other characters now?
15.
Yes, we are. The 15. Cool. It seems like Bucket is copying people.
All right. I'm gonna listen and make some food.
Fuck yeah. The princess makes her turns to leave as we switch to the rest of our parties. So, Damien, roll an initiative against Michaelo, because you know what? Something tells me he's got some good luck in this game.
Why would you think that?
I just got a feeling.
That's a 6.
That's what I was feeling. Okay. Beats Damien's 4. Unless Damien doesn't want to go first, which I respect. So.
Hello, can you not hear me?
Hey,
Now
bud.
we
I was
can.
just telling everybody about how Fang was in, the fires in the city.
No. I said I rolled a 4 plus 1, so it was 5. He got
Oh
one.
my
Beat me.
God!
Wow.
Wow.
Ryan, what did I tell you? I had a feeling.
Wow, that's crazy.
All right, switching back. We are in the middle of a firefight. The two of yous are in the morgue, and holy shit, has things gone south. You've killed a couple of guards. You're being attacked by werewolves. One guard seemingly slipped out earlier. Another was tied up and left in that same kitchen that he is running through, while 3 mercenaries have been killed in the back, where you two are escorting 2 NPCs somewhere. The last thing I remember is the little girl failed her check. The wolf tried to jump on her, and Michaelo did something. Michaelo, we're gonna pick up with you. What were you doing? What was happening? Luna, what do you remember? Michaelo first.
Remember flipping the table, and this one got knocked into the fucking wall. So I'm guessing he's prone.
Prone. Yes.
This one has hold person on him, and I hit him with my sword.
Yes.
And that was the last thing.
All right. So, where the two of you stand now, we'll say you're not in combat, seeing as the one is prone and the other one is held. But you should both quickly figure out how you'd like to approach this situation, because you've got 60 seconds before I wake the other wolf up.
Before you do what?
Nothing.
Wake the wolf up. That's on the ground.
Quickly, stop laughing!
Yeah, I've got a timer.
Oh, you got a timer going.
Stop saying shit! Plan!
Fucking, we killed these guys, and then we move on. I would assume would probably be the best idea right now. And then we'll move on from there. So, I guess are we rolling off of initiative again for he and I, or
We're not in combat right now.
we're not in combat right now?
Unless
okay.
Unless y'all don't figure out a way to deal with this wolf. Y'all got 30 seconds.
We've got about 30 seconds. Shoot. Luna reaches into his bag and starts to mix some chloroform real quick. Should I roll a medicine to see if I can get it real quick?
Sure. Roll me a real good medicine. Michaelo, you've got 10 seconds. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
14 plus 7.
That certainly passes whatever fucking check I was about to give you.
Nope.
Okay. Is that 30 feet?
That is your minute. So, what are the two of you doing?
Luna's gonna shout to Michaelo, take this rag, and he's gonna roll. He's gonna run over to Michaelo, and he's gonna say, take this rag and put it on top of the other wolf to make sure he's gonna be under for a little while.
This one?
Yes, that one.
All right, Michaelo goes over there and puts the rad right up to its mouth.
You see its eyes shoot open as it looks like it's about to attack, and suddenly, Michaelo, roll me a strength or a performance. What would that be?
Ooh.
No, roll me a sleight of hand.
Ooh, even better. It's a 17 plus 5. That's like a 22.
Wakes
something
up
like that.
viciously staring into your soul as it goes to bite, but you stuff the rag in its mouth. It sneezes and passes out.
Luna, we need to get out of here now.
The little girl starts sobbing.
Luna runs over and picks up the car off the ground.
Michaelo runs over and picks up Satilla. Satilla. Shh.
She's like rubbing her snotty ass nose on her hands and touching your arm.
Michaelo takes out some more jerky and hands it to her.
She wipes a little bit of her tears and she just quietly starts munching on it.
Okay.
We start heading for the pantry door.
Okay, so who's doing what? Are we taking the NPCs with you?
I have
Also,
Katara in my
Who's
arms.
that hold person only works for so long. That wolf is frozen. But
Yes,
he's looking
he
at
is.
you. Doesn't he
Yes,
have to make
yes,
saves?
yes. He does have to make saves.
You know what it has to be?
I believe. Hold on, let me look at it
Every
again.
6 seconds.
Yeah,
Do,
but
do,
in this case, I'm
do,
gonna give you
do,
every 60
do.
seconds, and I'll roll for it.
15 is the wisdom save.
Well, he rolled a 2. Fuck! Dice share.
Damn.
3d20. And
I
that was
need to make some measurements because I have been plotting, but I need to see what's happening. Cool.
Are either one of you holding katana?
Yeah,
I said I
Aruna
picked
is,
up Katara.
Okay, so
and I picked up Satilla.
All right, so who's got the hold person?
I've got the whole person.
So roll me a concentration. Not even a save, just a regular concentration. You're doing a lot.
Because I'm picking up a person.
I don't know. You're right.
Okay.
That's silly. That's silly. My apologies. I just wanted to ask you to roll the dice.
Okay. Well, it would have been a 15.
Oh, well, that would have passed anyways.
All
All right, so y'all head to the. Are y'all inside the pantry?
We're inside the pantry and we're making our way out of the pantry, trying to leave the way we came.
As you both enter the pantry, you don't see the other guard that ran out, but you do see the one guard. You get a quick flash of the one guard that y'all had hidden away. He's still unconscious.
Keeping it moving.
You see one of his fingers like sticking out of the wherever you put him.
Michaelo closes the door behind him and kind of like fashions it so it can't open.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
All right.
Now, I would say because I'm out of sight, if you want to say that you roll with advantage to break loose of that shit, go for it. I wouldn't say
no. It broke as soon as you lost eye contact. But
perfect.
As Michaelo was tying up the door, he heard clawing and vicious scratching at the door, banging. But you know, all the normal horror movie stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Michaelo's gonna peek outside this door.
You don't see anything.
Oh.
Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Let's get going.
We go back up to where the elevator was?
Before you make it past that hallway, Michaelo, roll me a dex.
A dex?
Or a contest in strength.
Why not a stealth?
Oh, because he was waiting for you.
But we were... He lost.
He was around the corner.
Just roll it, Michaelo. Just roll it.
I'm just asking because I have Pass Without Trace still up. So.
Oh, you don't. You've been in combat.
You just said that we weren't in combat.
Yeah, but you were in combat,
and I never got hit, so my concentration is still good.
Oh.
Suppose that's true. But even still, the one guard that got away was waiting for you to come back to the only exit that this place has.
It's a 19.
Doesn't matter. The scent jumps out at you very shockingly, very, very quick and surprising, and he misses. So, yeah, both of you roll me an initiative. Also, I
15.
imagine that all melee attacks will be a disadvantage while you two are holding civilians.
Hold up.
I put Satilla down, so that's an 11.
When he surprised you, you put her down when he jumped at you?
No, I put her down when I was barricading the door.
You didn't pick her back up when you left the room?
No.
Well, she was still
so the little
She's
beast
been
girl
following
is in
us.
Here. No, she's in that room sitting down because she is scared shitless. I didn't realize you put her down. Yeah, she's back there crying. She's a kid that almost got eaten by wolves.
Damn.
All right, well, let's backtrack then. Actually, we're gonna change this up. I didn't realize you put her down and didn't pick her back up. So she's back there. You guys aren't in combat. We'll roll back for a second. Michaelo, you look into the hallway. There's nothing there.
I pick up Satilla and I go over here.
Oh my god.
Reroll that dex.
Yeah, you rolled a 19 on the dex.
Mm-hmm.
So the Centurion jumps out at you. Also, if you don't want to carry the kid, that is fine too. But if you don't take her with you, she is going to sit there and cry.
This kid is becoming a pain in my ass.
Well, that's what happens when you save kids in a murder dungeon. They're scared.
Well.
All right. The Centurion jumped out at you, and he tried to hit you with his glasses. It doesn't work. It's fucking stupid.
That's actually Conqueror, though.
Oh, damn. Don't worry. He'll be here shortly.
Okay, so we re-rolling initiative 2, or are we sticking with the numbers that we got?
We can stick with the numbers you got.
Okay, so that was a 15 for me.
11.
All right, Luna, you've moved up in the initiative board.
Isn't that grand?
First time for everything, I guess.
I know, right?
Centurion
Actually, hold
took-
on. That's not true. I rolled a nat 20 when I was fighting Fang.
Fair. Oh, that's true. Well, the Centurion went first with the surprise attack, missed. It is now Luna's turn in combat.
I'm going to use one of my spells to what the hell is that thing called?
You see Michaelo suddenly ambushed.
Yes, I see Michaelo suddenly ambushed. I'm going to use the spell for the cantrip Frostbite on the Centurion. Could you roll me a Constitution save? You have to beat a 15.
He rolled an 18.
Damn. So then, what did that say? And that would be half of that then. Let me roll that damage. 2 damage. You take 2 damage.
Hell yeah.
Right. And that would be the end of my turn.
Michaelo, it's your turn, good sir. Michiro.
Michaelo is going to.
Seeing you get jumped, Satilla starts crying into your shoulder, but she's trying very hard to not be loud. She tucks her ears into your around her head and her tail around your waist, Michaelo, as she balls up and braces for whatever you're about to do.
Michaelo is going to cast silence.
That is very smart.
So that way all of this will be silent. That's a 20-foot radius around
your silence.
Me, yeah.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm gonna be honest. You had until the end of initiative to do something, but you did something. So,
and then Michael is going to fucking punch him with his bonus action.
Fucking swing on him. You jab him with your free arm.
That's
roll me to hit.
23 to hit.
It hits.
All right. That's
Michaelo, you're
8
fighting
damage.
to defend. Oh shit, you're fucking him up. You punch him in the nose, and it starts bleeding, and he looks pissed. As it's his turn in initiative, he's going to do his lion's bite. He's going to make one of his Gladys attacks with a -5 penalty, but if it hits, it adds 10 to the damage. It didn't.
Hell yeah. Oh.
Hey, Josh, give me a good Centurion roar.
In silence?
Hold on. That's what I was about to say. That. Hold on. Give me a sec. Give me about like 10 seconds. Oh, that sound good?
Yeah, it was
I
perfect.
didn't hear it.
No, it was in silence.
It was in silence.
That was such an underrated joke.
He swings his Gladys with much force as it crashes into the stone walls, sparking but with no sound. He does not fucking hit. But he's going to make 2 unarmed attacks, quick jabs on you. That is a 15 to hit Michaelo.
Nope.
That's a 15 to hit Michaelo.
Nope.
Shit! He quickly throws 2 jabs at you after he misses, and you dodge him like fucking Muhammad Ali. One of the punches narrowly misses Satilla's ear, but you're dodging with much grace, my ninja.
Luna's eyes kind of light up a little bit as it narrowly misses Satilla.
It is now your turn of initiative too, if you'd like to do something with that.
What?
I said it's your turn of initiative if you'd like to do something.
I'm sorry, I have to review my spells that aren't vocational.
I was just saying. Oh, okay, my bad. Sassy pants over here.
I know. I apologize. It's just that, this Toral over here cast silence.
The centurion
And saved your asses.
He did.
Yeah, I
say
mean,
that.
maybe, but like.
Loda, I mean this. If y'all had gone to the end of initiative in the fight without doing something like this, y'all were gonna get swamped with guards.
Would you say it would be an action to put Katara down, or would you say that's
No, we'll say it's an interact with object. I mean, it's
Women are
depending on
not
how
objects, Ron.
I was just gonna say, with how quickly he drops her, it won't be something hard to do. Jesus.
All right. Luna's gonna put her down.
I'm gonna go on the record here and say I value women, all women. I'm an ally, a friend.
Women are
I
pretty
love
cool
women.
in my book.
Some of my best friends are women. Okay. Like my girlfriend, she's cool.
Luna's gonna put her down, and he is going to grapple that Centurion.
Fucking charge him. Roll me the grapple. It's either an athletics or an acrobatic. Oh, you're not beating him.
That was a natural 1.
Well, he rolled a natural 20. So tell me how you charge him.
As I put Katara down, I run and I charge the Centurion and try to restrain him by grabbing him, pathetically grabbing him by his waist, trying to hold him. But the Centurion, similar to his execution, just takes the pommel of his sword, hits me in the back, and I go prone.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Michaelo, you see Luna gets absolutely wiped. Also, Luna, you took 4 bludgeoning damage.
I'll take that.
Michaelo slowly drops Satilla.
Gently places the child. She runs over to Katara in a very protective manner. She actually bares her fangs a little bit at the Centurion. She still got hella tears in her eyes though. This kid is terrified.
And now Michaelo is gonna try to grapple the Centurion.
Grab his ass! Grab him! Get his ass! Get his ass! Grab him! And he rolled. Okay.
You said acrobatics, right?
Acrobatics or an athletics?
That's a 19.
Do I have a bonus to put me at even with that? I do not. I rolled an 18. Okay. You grappled him. How do you grapple him? Grab his ass. Grab his ass.
Put him in full
Don't
Nelson.
As he's staring at Luna on the ground, I kind of just like grab him and like put my arms under his armpits and put my hands behind his head, like holding him like that.
You got him in a full
Luna,
full Nelson.
Luna gets up and kind of grabs him and drags him off of the corner.
Not your turn yet, sir. You're still prone. The Centurion is going to take his turn and roll all of his attacks with disadvantage. He's going to make 3 regular melee attacks with his Gladys. That is a Oh, it's disadvantage. Okay, well that one doesn't hit. That one doesn't hit. Please, God. All right, finally, he gets one of the fucking three, swinging wildly at your sides, Michaelo. He hits you with his Gladys. He rolled a 19 plus 7.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little upset that the 20 didn't roll through, but it's okay. You take 8 piercing damage as he stabs you in the side with his Gladys.
Is it Gladys or Gladius?
Gladius?
No, it's Gladys.
It's Gladys.
It depends. It depends. There's different swords.
Well, you see, in this high fantasy that we play, depending on your accent and like which region you come from, it's Gladius. Or
It's Gladius or Gladys.
Gladys. Yeah, it's like a caramel thing, you know.
You got yourself a bottle jack right there. You got yourself a bottle jack.
Bottle jet.
That ain't no impact range. That's a knocker.
Unga dunga, my guy. Come on now.
So now it's Luna's turn.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna try to drag the Centurion and Michaelo off to the corner.
Does Luna have the muscles for that?
Yeah, I was gonna
No,
say,
he's going to
strength.
try to. He's trying to, he's not trying to stab a motherfucker right now. He's just trying to
handle a motherfucker. He's trying to
Understand
handle.
Why not?
Yeah, it would be with much advantage.
Please just fucking stab this man.
Michaelo's not gonna kill him. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what? I've been rolling with it so far. Why not? Michaelo,
Luna, these people had captured one of your villagers and had experimented on children.
Yes, that's true. But there's an efficient way to put this man down. I've been doing it the whole time that I'm here.
Yeah, wild shape into a bug, crawl up his nose, and wild shape back.
Why the nose? Why not the ass?
Well, I mean, we don't want to have to smell. We don't want to have to smell.
No. Luna reaches into his bag and pulls out the dro poisoning.
How much of that do you have left?
I'm just gonna. No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. You know what? I won't use that anymore then.
No.
Let's say that I've used.
Listen.
What?
You do this. You are actually a druid. If you have some, use it. But
I had some, but I've been using it since I've been here. I've been using a few dabbles every here and there, but I'd say I had like half left. I think when Ceras gave it back to me, was it about half left or something?
Yeah, it was about half left.
So how much do you think I'd say I have left right now?
For namesake, we'll say you got an 1/8 left.
I have an 1/8 left. Okay.
How many charges? How many charges do you have left? You know.
Yes, if I'm making chloroform run with a full bottle of drop poisoning, how many charges would you say I have?
5, but
5 charges.
4 times so far.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I'm going to make my last chloroform poisoning. And then what? Roll medicine again, right?
Yeah. See if you dose them the right way.
Does a 17 hit?
He's going to make one last ditch attempt to break free of this grab against Michaelo before you drug him. Michaelo, roll me a contest in strength.
Ooh. That's a 21.
He didn't win. All right. He gives you a little kick to the stab wound, Michaelo. You feel yourself wanting to let go of the lock, but you power through it. He struggles endlessly. He struggles endlessly as you drug his ass until finally, while you have him in the full Nelson, Michaelo, his body goes limp, arms dangling, knees on the ground. You guys have successfully knocked this man unconscious.
Michaelo just fucking drops him.
Right.
Do you remember that one time you tried to play D&D and you kept rolling poorly the entire game? It was me, Barry. I changed the number on your die every time you rolled. I'm the reason your D20 never rolled higher than a 5.
I wouldn't be surprised if Reverse Flash is fucking me right now.
And Michaelo runs back and picks up Satilla and then runs to the exit.
Luna grabs Katara.
She holds you very embracefully. She's been very terrified, but she appreciates having somebody actually look after her for once. Luna, Katara regains just a little bit of consciousness, and she looks up at you, and as you're running out, Luna, she says, "My
Can't hear her.
father." What? Can you hear me?
Michaelo.
What?
All right, silence. All right.
Oh yeah.
Luna, you see her look up and speak something at you before passing back out.
Can Luna
I
read
noticed her.
read mouth?
No, you cannot.
No, I can't. Unfortunately, I noticed that she said something, but I have no idea what she said. But I just keep running. We take this left and we get out of here, or go up the steps anyway.
I'm about to say, yep. You make your way back into the pantry that you guys opened up, and you are now back in the top side of the morgue.
Michaelo's done a peek out of the pantry door.
There is nobody in the morgue. It's empty like it was when you first got there.
Okay, cool.
We make our way. Well, the little door that I had opened to let Michaelo in. We exit out of, and we head back to Sal's.
Okay, you slip out of the morgue without. Well, both of you roll me a stealth. Actually, it's not going to be a high save because the city's on fire, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a fucking 6.
10.
Okay. Well, as you slip out, you see
Damn,
crowds of
that passed?
I mean, to be fair, Tate and Feigned are committing terrorism. I'm sure they're worried about that.
Holy crap! Yeah. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, no. Like I was about to say, you slip out of the back of the morgue to see crowds of people swarming alleyways, trying to get off of main streets and back into homes. It looks as if a guard noticed you walk out, but there's too many people for him to get to you right now. So the two of you slip off into the crowd with a wounded woman and a child, and a beast child.
What about the deformed kid that was following us?
What about the Chihuahua werewolf? You guys left him?
Yeah,
They
no,
did.
he was able to walk.
Y'all.
Are you telling me we don't have a quirky sidekick pet Chihuahua werewolf because you were too lazy to save him?
Yeah, they did.
Yes.
They left him there. Honestly,
There was
I
a
was only,
quirky Chihuahua?
As Luna and Michaelo are walking on their way back to Sal's, before they enter the sewers, Luna stops and thinks,
No.
"We left that weird kid, Michaelo."
There was a weird kid?
Yeah, you know, the one that looked like a weird dog thing?
Wasn't it just a regular werewolf but the size of a Chihuahua? But it's
I thought it was a deformed motherfucker.
It was like half his face was still human, the other half was wolf. But it was
Right.
he does look like a Chihuahua. Yeah, he's Chihuahua size.
Fucking weird Chihuahua half.
Chihuahua kid.
Ron, can you AI generate an image for him for us?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I'll find.
I'm just kidding.
What's his name?
I'll do it.
What's his name?
He fucking shakes and he's partially hairless.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Slurp.
Skinless. Slurps.
Slurfs.
I love slurfs. I'd die for slurfs. As you two make way throughout the city, you still hear large sounds of combat going off as different parts of the city are going up in smoke. And we will now be switching to Fang and Kade, because before the two of you leave, you will see something. So, Fang, we're running for our life, boyo. You ready?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
You sure? Because the two of us are still in hot pursuit of, are being hotly pursued by robotic things.
Well, mine is prone, so there's that.
He is. I actually still have the initiative from last time. If you want to just keep with that.
I'm okay with that, but I'm also okay with re-rolling if you're okay with that too.
If I re-rolled, Kate's going first. I know it. Yeah, I can re-roll. That's fine.
I got 18.
26.
Fuck.
Hey, he said, "Yeah, we can re-roll. That's fine." With all the confidence in the world.
I rolled before I said yes. I'm not gonna lie. I already.
We heard it.
the rest of the guards seem to be falling behind as Fang, you left your demon to lose his shit?
Yeah, dude. He is losing his shit.
The guards swarmed him. How much HP did he have?
He had 11 HP left, but had resistance to slicing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage.
As you hear the sounds in the distance, you notice two things, Fang. One, that the clockwork golem beside you is prone, and you can hear sounds of the other two clockwork golems fighting your demon. You also hear screaming as if one of the knights might have died. You also, the other thing you hear is large mechanical paws clanking on the other side of this building. You can't miss it. They are hawking as you hear Kade running. He quickly puts his jacket over his face as he jumps through the fire. Singe the tail, singe the tail! Behind him is a large manticorn that you see chasing him through the streets, Fang. And the only thing you hear Kade say as he runs off, "Find him and Ceras! I'll take care of things here. You just get the fuck out of here." But you do hear him tailing off the other way as a large manticorn jumps through the fire after him. Where's your stat block, manticorn? They both use their dashes, so Fang, it is top of initiative.
Alright.
Alright.
Since he is prone, why is that not there? Give me one moment, I'm sorry. My computer is being stupid, so my D&D Beyond has shut down.
Also, just gonna go ahead and tell you they killed your demon. All those guards jumped that demon.
I kind of figured. I left him there for a distraction for a reason.
You just left him to die?
I did.
Fang is not a good person.
He is a demon. No, so Ceras.
No, he was a demon. I summoned a demon.
That's fair. No water, no boots, I guess.
Okay, there we go. Alright, so... Oh, no. Let me read you. Okay. Yep, that is what I'm going to do. So, Fang casts Fly on himself.
Alright.
And he is going to... Let's see. Where are you at?
Fly is an action, correct?
Yes, it's an action.
Yes. Okay, so you only got the movement speed.
Yep. Right. Fang flies about here. About 15 feet in the air.
Okay. There's a large fire directly underneath you.
Yeah.
Honestly, anybody passing by would think you look menacing as fuck.
He's gonna station right there for a moment. That's gonna be where he ends.
Oh. Okay. Kade ends up one-on-one with this manticore. You see him stop running, sliding on his boots, and turn towards it. He draws one of his swords, and he starts flexing his hand a little bit. The manticore begins charging at him, and you see Kade step to the side and slice it one time in one of the joints, very gracefully, and then he grabs the ear. Kade wrangles the fucking manticorn. You see him ride this thing's back, nimbly escaping the tail a few times, more than once. And as the two begin duking it out, it is now your turn in initiative again.
Okay. That's exactly where Kade is at the moment.
He is on top of the manticorn.
Oh, he is on top of the manticorn.
He wrangled it. He's riding bitch boy.
Okay. Yeah, Fang's gonna fly directly over you and he's gonna reach down to grab Kade's hand and tell him to grab on.
Kade's gonna look at you and say, "No, one of us needs to be captured. That's the only way to the king's castle. Just meet me up there. Find Ceras and Tyrum." The Manticore begins bucking. The tail is going to launch a random attack at you, Fang. This is its only legendary that I'm allowing it to have. Doesn't matter. The tail misses. You were
As my reaction, I'm using Hellish Rebuke because it attacked me.
Is that going to set him on fire with magical fire?
Yes. Well, no, it doesn't set him on fire. It surrounds him in fire. He takes.
He takes how much? Also, Kade is now wrangling a metallic manticorn and a ball of standing on a ball of fire. Good to know.
Oh, that's a deck save.
For the manticorn or
for manticorn?
Well, he rolled a 9, so
that's going to be 31 fire damage. The manticorn.
How much?
31 fire damage.
Fuck! You see one of its balls begin melting, dripping, almost non-existent. The manticore bucks up. Kade has got to stay. Kade manages to stay wrangled to this thing as the manticore starts trying to chase. Or wait, Fang, have you moved from hovering over top of Kade?
Yes, because after Hellish Rebuke as a reaction, Fang is going to use his action to Dimension Door the fuck out of there.
Hey Fang, I'm gonna go ahead and ask now before you Dimension Door, but how are you actually looking?
Fang is at 10 HP.
It's a good thing the manticorn tail missed. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you said you go straight into Dimension Door?
Yeah.
That's some bad news. What level spell is that?
4th.
Okay. What is it? 10 plus the spell level? It rolled a 15. Someone somewhere is watching as all of this unfolds, and they used counterspell as you tried to Dimension Door away, Fang.
Ooh.
Your Dimension Door fails. Yeah, the manticorn is right beneath you.
So does Fang fall on his face then?
No,
Fang is
on the Dimension Door, not the fly. Oh wait, fly is a concentration though, isn't it?
But he didn't take damage because he didn't get hit.
No, but you cast another spell.
If you cast another concentration spell, then it breaks. You can cast non-concentration spells while concentrating.
Dimension Door.
And you cast another concentration spell, and then
Dimension Door is not a concentration.
Not a concentration.
Okay.
It's instantaneous.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So Fang is still flying, but the manticorn looks hungry.
Well, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to fly away.
You should do that.
Let's see. I ended here technically. So from right there, I have that much movement left. We're gonna go here, and that's gonna be where I end.
The manticore, using its movement, is going to mantle the large building that is on fire. But Kade is managing to stay hanging on as it starts chasing you. The manticorn is going to get close, and it is going to make a tail attack as it begins trying to also buck and throw Kade off with its other 2 attacks. The manticore did not fuck. Hey, Damien, he rolled a nat 1. What happens? Dice jail.
Fang quite literally spins in the air around this manticorn's tail, mocking it.
You can smell the poison as the tail misses.
Oh, you disgusting beast.
Kade is now going to use his turn to take out his pistol, and he begins letting off shots. He shoots it twice in the head. The manticorn takes its damage. All right. The manticorn is looking very fucked up. Like, it's starting to glitch out, actually.
Oh.
Fang, the manticorn looks hurt. The joints are moving slower. Some of the movements are kind of clunky.
Is it Fang's turn in initiative?
It is. One of its hands is melted. It can't hit shit with the big fucking tail.
Well, Fang flies directly 60 feet up in the air, so the Manticore can no longer reach him. And he's going to fire off Eldritch Blast directly at the Manticore.
Roll me with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Or shit. It's a save. No, it's a hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage.
Okay.
Kade is sitting on top of the Manticore.
It's an 11.
It does not hit.
Well, it's 11 for the first one. I apologize. Give me one moment, because
that also doesn't hit.
It's a 16 for the second. It's a 2-shot, so it's...
It also doesn't hit.
Damn. Well, Fang is just hovering 60 feet in the air then.
The Manticore is going to make one final push. It's going to mantle off the wall that is directly underneath of you, and it's going to try to get a vertical leap of 60 feet with an assist off the wall. So it is going... You see this thing spring load into action, pounce off the wall, and with 2 large paws, it comes flying at you. It's got two tail attacks for you, and 1 attempt at a grapple. If they don't fucking hit, it's gonna die. So,
well, I'm going to impose Anthropic Ward on myself once per short rest. Or basically, I give up my reaction, or once per short rest, and the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay, so the first tail attack misses. The second tail attack looks like it's gonna hit, but now I have to roll again. So, and it does not hit. Okay, roll me a contest of strength, and we'll see if you get out of this, Catboy. Fuck! Sorry.
That's a nat 20.
All right. All right. So,
I think that's the first time I've ever won a grapple. Holy shit.
You won it against a mechanical tiger. A mechanical fucking tiger with a tail that impales people. And how does it miss?
Oh, Fang once again spinning around the goddamn Manticore tail. Stop trying to touch me!
As it leaps up at you and misses, you become eye level with Kade. And watching you dodge, he puts his hand out for a high five before he begins to drop back down.
Fang fist bumps Kade's high five.
Oh, Kade looks at his hand and looks at you with... this is like in slow motion. He looks at his hand and he looks at you with utter disgust at the fact that you just punched his fucking high five. He looks almost heartbroken. As he begins falling, you hear... he hits the ground. It is now your turn in initiative, but also you see Kade put a final bullet in the Manticore, who only had 1 HP, and it dies. He shoots the Manticore in the head, and finally it just stops moving. Kade breaks the tip of the tail off and puts it into copy.
Fang is going to fly as far as he can, so 60 feet. You said the last thing he was told was to find Ceras in
Tyrum, yep.
Tyrum, so he is flying as far the fuck away as he can.
Michaelo and Luna, as you were making your... Kade, gives you a little thumbs up as you fly off Fang, as he begins walking back towards the guards. Michaelo and Luna, you both escorting the hostages out, or the civilians out, you see Kade riding a large metallic cat with a long tail, jumping vertically to try to eat Fang. You witness that whole last little bit of combat before you hear the gunshot.
Luna, with his jaw slightly ajar, is watching the whole scene goes down and goes, Michaelo, are you seeing
Luna, it's a metal U.
Let's keep going. I'm sure they got this.
my follows behind.
The two of you go to Sal's. All right. Fang, as you're flying over, roll me a perception.
That would be a 17 on the die plus 7, so
As you
24.
as you approach the castle, right? Uh, as I said before, the city has many river and waterways down on the bottom level, on the ground floor. Um, but the castle is pretty much centered in the town. Not hard to see, not hard to find. And as you fly over, you notice somebody that looks very familiar sitting by one of these rivers. You can only see the back, and if you had to guess, it's your sister, but you see someone sitting by the river.
Oh, fuck. Well, if it looks like my sister, Fang flies directly to see who the fuck it is, just to make sure.
As you begin descending, you hear a ringing in your head. Yes, yes, more. Burn it more.
What the fuck is this?
Your horn feels like a headache. It burns into the skin on your forehead, and it makes your brain feel like it's being used as a personal punching bag for Mike Tyson. You have you have a splitting headache as you want to roll me to try to maintain concentration.
No, the way you just described that, Fang's falling directly out of the fucking wherever he was at that moment. That sounds painful as fuck. I don't think he'd keep concentration for that.
I agree. As you begin falling, you hear the words echo again. Do not disappoint me. Continue the carnage, the carnage. You dare represent me in such manner as to fall like this? I need more, and you're going to give it to me.
Who are you to demand?
Your head begins splitting even more, 2 times worse than it just was. As how high up were you? Just asking for a friend.
I'd say if I was already starting to descend, I'd say at that point I was probably 30 feet.
As you've finished your grand commute to the ground, via the expressway, you hit the pavement. Well, you said you had 10 HP.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you something fun for the scenario. You have 1 HP.
Oh well, fuck.
The moment you hit the concrete, you're knocked unconscious. You hear the ringing. It's the last thing you hear before you completely pass out. A few moments later, you begin having a dream. You're back in the Red Dragon's lair. Standing in front of you is a man. Wearing red garbs. He's got a really... the avatar before Aang. Think dressed like him. Roku, yes.
Oh.
The eyes of the dragon pierce your soul, Fang. So you are the one that raided my home and consumed my power. He begins inspecting you. Also, Fang, you cannot move. Like nothing. The only thing that you're even able to squeak around with your eyes. You feel the grip of death holding on to you. Even trying to swallow or breathe feels like an immense amount of pressure.
Can
Your
Fang
head
speak?
still hurts. No. You seem to have something mistaken, boy. You stole from me. But now you're making things interesting, so I'm going to let you live a little bit longer. Do not forget your place, boy. This is my power that you wield, and I will not have it sully my name. If you wish to bring destruction, then you need to bring destruction. A little bit of steam leaves his nose. Do not embarrass me again, Fang. There will be consequences. And then you wake up. It's been only a few moments. The headache is, still there. You did just headbutt the floor from 30 feet. And as you pull yourself together, you notice that something happened in the minutes that you were asleep. Everything seemed calm and composed when you were making your way down, but you now see that the building that you were next to is in flames. It seems to have toppled. the fire that you were breathing earlier burned down a tower, a really high one, like a watchtower. It fell over where you fell, crushing 40 or 50 different houses. And you don't see that person you were looking for anymore.
Fighting through the headache, Fang starts to search the area for that person.
Fang, you fight to get up to your feet, but you just can't walk. You fall back over.
Well, this is not good.
For the first time since leaving Sal's, you also realize that you don't have Fred with you. You know, Fred was the one that saved you the last time you almost died, but it's just you, Fang.
Fang starts to frantically pant, his body feeling around, trying to find Fred. This is really, really not good.
Loose pieces of woods kind of crashed into the street. You see stones and bricks shattered all over. Different amounts of magical knickknacks kind of sparking up everywhere around you.
Can I make a perception check for anything that might look useful to help me move?
Of course you can roll a perception. Of course.
All right.
Why did that sound nefarious?
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing, but at this point, wow. Okay, that's a 19 plus 7, so what is that, 26?
Yeah, you look around. The shattered remains of the tower on top of the shattered remains of the living areas. You begin noticing a lot of things. For starters, there's a couple dead bodies. You see a few hands sticking out of the rubble. Lost boots. Childless teddy bears. The works. You also notice that there's a really thin 2x4. It looks like it's been splintered off into into like a long stick, but it might be good enough to use as a walking stick.
Fang uses Mage Hand to grab the stick and bring it to himself to get up.
As you prop yourself up, Fang, you realize two things. One, you've been bleeding for a little bit now. The blood runs down your face as the skin surrounding your horn has been leaking. And two, you notice that your left leg is broken.
Oh, fuck.
It seems there seems to be a large break.
Well, that means no concentration spells for a while.
Healed up, bud, but you gotta live first. Because as some of the magical knickknacks begin catching fire around you, there's a slight coat of thick smoke that begins kind of engulfing the crash site. As you finally made yourself to your feet, you can hear it in the distance now. The ringing clears out of your ears. It sounds like people are coming, and they sound armed.
Oh, that's lovely.
Like I said, somebody was watching you. They saw you fly off.
Well, Fang's gonna get up and try to start moving away, realizing that he does not have time to sit down.
Fang, as you begin trying to escape, you notice that both of the actual streetways are blocked off by the rubble. There's two directions. You can either scale the rubble that leads to the second floor, where the upper level has crashed down into this one, or you can attempt to escape into the river. Those are the only two things surrounding you. But the guards begin closing in. You hear marching. You hear clanking armor. You hear what could or could not be another manticorn. But
Fang's gonna jump directly into the river, seeing that is the quickest way to escape.
as you jump in, the flow of the river begins drifting you towards the castle. Roll me a stealth.
Alright. I can be stealthy sometimes. That's a 18.
Okay. The river actually manages to sweep you deep under the water after you jump in. The current sends you flying. Seems like you were lucky enough to catch the tailgate of a school of fish. Yeah, you get sent upstream until you crash ever so gently into what feels like a brick wall. Above you is the outline that leads to the castle.
I will, I guess, make my way up to.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Does it? No, no. Well, I will make my way up to the surface so I can get some air.
As you struggle to swim up, roll me an athletics to see if you can actually swim up.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
That leg is fucked, boyo.
19.
You just barely managed to grasp for air. I want you to know the save was 18, and I'm kind of, anyways. You gasp for air as you make it out of the water. But like I said, above you is the ledge leading to basically the royal courtyard that leads into the back of the castle. It's a really nice courtyard though. I mean, it almost looks like if you could, people would play golf here, you know. It's got the vibes.
Do I see anyone around?
Roll me a perception.
Let me rephrase that before I give you this roll. What do I see around? That's going to be 19 for perception.
You see a few things. One, by the time you're washing up, you see 2 guards get thrown from the top level. Then you see in the courtyard immediately that there are a handful of servants tending to the gardens, with 2 guards, 2 black priors stationed at the back door. Other than that, you see a lot of regular people that have half-face masks, kind of perusing around, all wearing black. Some here seeking refuge, some here for the funeral. All of it a clusterfuck as people are kind of, bumbling over themselves while still trying to be proper. But yeah, Fang, when you popped your head out, you definitely saw the 2 guards get ledged.
Oh, that certainly looks like party members' work. Well, Fang moved up to the nearest hidden, unoccupied space that he can see.
You just managed to slurp yourself up to the actual ground of the courtyard, and you flop over because you end up under a park bench as 2 guards walk past. They don't.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
You are now on dry land, broken leg boy. You don't have your walking stick anymore, though.
Fuck!
The river took him.
Oh. Can I make another perception check for another walking stick? I need one to move.
Bang, you're in a courtyard. What are you looking around for? What do you think you'd find out here? Just give me a little stealth scene. And if you're actually gonna get up and interact with shit, roll me a stealth. Yeah, you see well-trimmed bushes. You see other park benches. You see other servants attending to flowers. Although none of them are paying you any mind because you're still under that bench. You also see, you see 1 guard closest to the other side of the water, like the last part of where the river would touch before it got to where you are. You see a guard practicing with a bow and staff. Wow.
That that looks like a mighty fine bow staff.
Fang died. Well, he got touched one
Do
time
this.
with 1 HP.
That does tend to happen.
Fang is under this bench fighting for his life, guys. He's breathing heavy. He might be having a slight panic attack as he's trying to figure out how the fuck he's going to get to his party members. Leg is broken. Around him are a bunch of nobodies that aren't going to give a shit about him. Legs broke.
My leg.
Hobble walk.
You walk?
Hobble walk.
That's not suspicious.
Hobgoblin walk.
Hobgoblin walk.
Just
It's like it's crypt walking, but
just fucking army crawl to the castle, dude.
Just fucking army crawl about the length of a football field. You'll get
just dig a ditch and just wait for the sweet burst of death, like any animal would do when they're broken.
Yeah, actually, Luna's on the right path here. Just let nature take its course.
Oh, that's concentration. God damn it.
Fang, is there anything you'd like to do about, I don't know, the broken leg? Hey, no. Better question. Fang, how are you feeling right now? This is quite the turn of events.
Fang is feeling very uneasy at the moment, trying to figure out how he's going to get himself out of the situation.
Would you like a free insight?
That would be where is my insight? That's a 13. Wow.
Fang, as you're cowering under this bench, thinking about all of your life decisions, you're just kind of sweating. You go to wipe the blood that was dripping from your horn, and one of your fingers graces over the metal bar that's stuck to your ear.
Oh yeah.
Fang instantly remembers about the metal bar that is in his ear.
I'm sorry. I was gonna let you flail a little longer, but I'm ready to get you out of this. I think Fang's learned his lesson about killing children.
Fang hit the metal bar and sent out the.
You have 25 words or less. What do you say?
Yeah. Sent out the message. In the courtyard, where is everyone else?
Fang, look, Tyrum, Ceras, you both hear it.
Does Michaelo and Luna hear it?
Michaelo and Luna.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Or wait. Did Michaelo actually? Did I give one to Michaelo? No,
Yes.
Tyrum doesn't have one. Ceras, you hear it, and Michaelo and Luna, y'all hear it.
Ceras looks over at Tyrum. Tyrum, Fang is in the courtyard right now. He could be valuable as backup. We are in a sticky predicament, but maybe he could be very useful.
Also, this definitely picks up right after the princess walked off. Y'all are standing in front of the elevator when you get this message, and everything has now been tied back together.
We don't know what Fang's been doing, and presumably, since Kate said that they were going to be causing a distraction, he might have all eyes on him.
That's true. Maybe we tell him to escort the princess.
What'd you say, Ceras?
Maybe we tell him to escort the princess.
That might just put eyes on her.
Very true.
Luna sends a message.
Wait, Luna. It could be a trap. They were supposed to get caught. What if the guards are making him say that?
I don't think the guards know that he has this. I think we'll be fine. we have a few people in tow on our way to Sal's. In message.
Ceras, you hear this?
All right, Tyrum. They said that they have a few people on their way to Sal's. Are they coming here, or are there people going? Are there people going to Sal's and they're coming here, or are they just all going to Sal's? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they're sending people to Sal's.
I see. Very good. Well, maybe we'll get some. Maybe we'll get some backup soon. I don't know when though. This is concerning. What should we say to them?
We're on our way to the king, I guess.
All right, I'll tell them about the elevator.
They don't have a
And-
key though.
Yeah, but they could probably. Michaelo's really good at stealing stuff. I don't know if you knew that about him, but he's really good at stealing stuff. Maybe he can find another key.
Does Ceras know that?
He's a ninja.
Does Ceras know what a ninja is?
Yeah, Ceras knows what a ninja is. Well, I mean, maybe not a ninja, but a rogue thief.
Ceras has heard the stories. She worked in the circus. She gets all kinds of fans in there. She's definitely heard tales from other countries, including but not limited to.
Hold on, let me roll a history.
Whole lot of ninja.
That's a
stuff.
dirty 20.
Whole lot of ninja stuff.
All right.
I just accept that Ceras knows history because of the boost.
Yeah. She read about it in her books and circus.
And the circus.
All right. Okay, I'll send the message that in the elevator going to King when back up. What do you think, Tyrum? That sounds good?
Tyrum shrugs his shoulders. This plan is falling apart.
Then you all receive a message from Kade. Getting caught now. We'll be at the castle soon. Grab Fang. Get ready to come to the King's Tower. Escape soon. After.
Very good. I guess all we have to do is wait. How many people do you think use this elevator, Tyrum? Probably not many, right?
I don't know, but I don't like the idea of having to wait for a hot to just take a fucking elevator. We're sitting ducks.
This is true. Well, let's just go up top and see if there's anywhere easy to hide. Maybe we can hide in the ceiling or something.
Bang could fly.
Very
He could fly up there if
ninja-like.
he wanted to.
Oh, that's true. I guess we can go up and see if we can spot him and maybe signal him somehow.
Maybe.
The two of you.
All right, press the button.
Press the button. Yes.
Press the button.
The door closes gently. The box begins lighting up. All lines and corners of the box begin glowing. A light and bright blue energy. But this isn't a regular elevator. No, that'd be too good. This elevator is something of a artificed contraption. As the two of you are standing in the elevator, you hear the sound of electromagnetism. Kind of you both feel your feet lock into the ground as if you can't pick up your legs anymore. But it's just your feet. And then you hear three large ka-chunking sounds. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Beep, beep. Have a nice trip. Boom! Y'all are shot in this metal box straight up into the sky. The elevator is moving about 200 miles an hour. The force on both of your shoulders as you remain standing is uncanny, but in a matter of seconds, you are elevated 500 feet into the sky. The elevator is then gracefully locked into the top floor. You are both now in the tallest tower of the castle.
Hmm. What an interesting invention! Oh, I will have to come back here and get the details after we're done.
Remind me to never, ever, ever step foot in an elevator in this city again.
Oh, don't be dramatic, Tyrum. That's just some cool electromagnetism.
There's
Anyways,
only one door. There's only one door.
let's peek out this door. I don't have my cloak anymore, Tyrum. Really uncomfortable with sneaking around without it. You want to take a peek for me?
Tyrum rolls his eyes and leans his head out the door.
Uh, the door leads to a small, and I do mean like 20 by 20 feet courtyard. Um, there's no walls. You can see clean over the edge. You can see the entirety of the city. There's then one more room on the other side of this tower. It looks like a pretty large cathedral of sorts. There's only one door in. And there's no sides. Uh, yeah. There's stone bricks leading up to the large golden doors.
Seems like there's really only one way for us to progress here.
True. But if there's only one way in here, that means whatever guards will be taking Kade through this corridor. Maybe we ambush them when they come through, get our full party up. Or we go through, maybe scout it a little bit, make sure there's not a whole contingent of guards there. Something like that.
Tyrum kind of thinks for a second. Yeah, maybe we wait and we ambush the guards.
All right. This is just a straight hallway? There's nowhere to hide?
It's basically an open courtyard, walking to to stone steps that lead to a large cathedral.
All right, Ceras looks at you, Tyrum. I think I have an idea. And Ceras takes out her knitting needle. And she stands to the side of the elevator. Maybe is there like a little shade somewhere?
Yeah. The side of the sides of the elevator, there's about a 5-foot span of a ledge that it's probably the only parts that you'll be able to use as an ambush point. You know,
All right.
There's this metal box that's been gracefully caught in the courtyard, but you can step around the elevator.
All right. So what's going to happen is Ceres is going to take out her knitting needle, and near the elevator, she is going to start carving a multiple circles that are pretty much from like the front of the elevator to her, and they are going to be a harsh Celtic diamond inscription. And yes, and then she is going to take the she's going to make these things. Hiram, remember when oh wait. Yeah, remember when you saw that thing we were at LK's bar, right? Shiny Bones? And I showed him that inscription, and he showed me what it did. and he showed me how to make them. Right,
Vaguely.
Tyrum? Well, the guards come through the door. I do a silly dance. They come. They say, "Not, hey, halt! Who is there? We will stop you and arrest you and bring you to the king and have you killed and whatnot." They walk over here. I pass a small amount of mana through these runes, and Ceres puts her hand down on the ground and passes mana through it, and beams of light shoot up uh, from the ground, causing waves of heat. No, it's not a protection spell. It's the harsh diamond inscription.
The other one.
It's the other one. So there's the protection one, which is a Celtic knot runes, and then the harming one, which is the harsh diamond Celtic inscription.
Yeah.
Maybe we get them by surprise. You come in from behind and take them out while they are being blasted with holy fire or whatever the hell this is. I have no idea. Ancient gnomish stuff. Wait a
Worth
minute.
a shot, I guess.
Well, yeah, nowhere to hide, but we can distract.
Cade's usually nimble enough to figure his own way out of bindings.
Oh, and Sarah summons her Eldritch Cannon and puts it with Cade. And I guess Bucket will be with her.
All right. Wait, you mean Eldritch? What do you mean, like your Eldritch Cannon is with Cade?
Or not with Cade, with Tyrum.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is new. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't just summon it wherever. It has to be a
that'd
certain distance.
That'd be kind of fire. Michaelo, Luna, you both heard Cade's message. What do you think?
Well, we still got to drop the kiddos off at Sal's.
But as you're walking to Sal's, you hear the message.
Yes. Well, we need to hurry up and drop them off as soon as possible, and then get back to the city. How long would you say the walk is from where we are to Sal's?
It's gonna take you both about 30 minutes to get to Sal's and come back.
If we were, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but the Obsidian Depths is not very far from Lewis, Yorkshire.
Yeah, just making sure. Just wanted to make sure it was reasonable, not like super long.
You cross the bridge and then you walk down the big steps.
All right, Michaelo. When we after we drop them off, we should make double haste to get back, so that we're not late.
Yes, absolutely. Just gotta close up this stab wound I got.
Don't worry about that. I can heal you in a moment. Just gotta put them down.
It stings, Michaelo. It stings real bad. He got you good. 4 inches deep to the side. Barely missed the liver, but he caught you right in between the shell, you know?
Yeah.
It's like being stabbed underneath your fingernail.
Yeah, no, that hurts.
I'll patch you up when we get back to Sal's.
Okay. Guess we walk to Sal's.
As they walk to Sal, Fang, you've been contemplating all of your life decisions, Fang. How do you feel right now?
Fang knows, or Fang doesn't feel much as everything is just melding together at this moment. He's in too much pain to have a feel at the moment.
Fang is down here deliriously dying. Oh man.
He is
bleeding too, so things are getting a little lucid. You begin seeing Furbies.
Furbies. Oh no, not the Furbies!
Fang, are you saying this out loud? You see one. It's standing right in front of your face and laying on the bench.
Fang jumps.
What?
You hit your head on the bench underneath, or on the bottom side of the bench.
Fuck, that hurt.
There's no Furby there, Fang.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
as you hold your head from hitting the bottom of the bench, there's more blood on your hand.
Oh, this is not good.
Fang, you hear
What?
more guards come passing by you. Roll your stealth.
God damn it. 18 plus 4, that's... Okay. Are you concentration? Well, that wouldn't really work anyway. I don't think I have anything that would help me in this moment.
Check your inventory.
Fang takes a piece of cloth that he has, puts it in his mouth. Give me just a moment.
Gags himself. All right, kinky.
No. He takes his tinderbox and he's gonna try to cauterize himself.
Oh, you're gonna try to cauterize the horn?
Yes.
That's fucking metal. Your warlock's gonna look a lot cooler after this.
The bleeding's got to stop somehow.
All right. Well, tell me how you do this without inflicting 1% of burn damage to yourself. Or
So
how
Fang gets his water skin instantly ready to pour water on this fucking wound because he knows he's at 1 HP. And casts mage armor on his head just to be extra safe. Cause hold on, is that concentration? That is at will, but I don't know if that's concentration. Give me just one moment. Touch 8 hours. No, it is not concentration.
Okay.
So yeah, I cast mage armor on my fucking head, and then I'm gonna light this tinderbox and try to cauterize myself and pour the water skin on the wound as well to try to keep it from killing me.
Alright. It works. You cauterize the
Do you want me? Oh, I was gonna say, do you want me to roll medicine for that?
You're good. I just wanted a good role play. I wanted a good idea. Cauterize the wound as your headache begins splitting once again. You can feel the skin searing in your forehead, on your ear, on all parts as you bite down into this cloth in your mouth. You struggle to stay awake as you pour the water on the horn, but the water keeps you just conscious enough. You spit up the cloth. It's covered in blood.
That takes care of one problem. How far would you say I am from entering the castle?
About 20 yards. About 20 feet.
About 20 feet?
20 yards.
20 yards?
I think I said a football field earlier, but honestly, that feels kind of crazy for someone in your predicament.
Fang's gonna try to army crawl into the castle as the only other option that he has to try to stealthily get in there with one leg.
As you army crawl along, what's your passive perception?
It is a... hold on. I believe my passive is 16. It is 16.
And you already rolled me that stealth?
That is a 19 plus 4, so... what is that, 23?
Alright. As you army crawl towards the castle, a few of the gardeners walk past, but you're just stealthy enough to stay still in the bushes. It's like that one Modern Warfare 2 campaign mission that you had to do, where you had the ghillie suit climbing through the tall grass. I know we all played it. It's great. And as you are army crawling for your fucking life, you do notice something quite peculiar. There's a bag that seems to be moving on its own.
Does it look familiar?
Not to you, Mr. Bleeding Out. Or concussed.
That's fair.
Cauterized that wound. But yeah. in the distance, there's a little bag that seems to be moving on its own.
Yeah. And again, at this moment, Fang has one mission in mind, and that's getting in this castle out of sight. He's ignoring the bag.
So, that beautiful stealth roll you rolled, you do manage to slip past all of the maids and gardeners that are around there, just to perk yourself up against the castle wall. You're in some bushes. Where do you go from here, my friend?
I'm gonna peek inside to see if there's anyone in there.
All right, going to the. Oh. Fang, you look through a low window that seems to be leading to an underground part of the castle. And where's Fang? Where is he? He's over here. If you'll meet me in roll 20.
Of course.
I'm still only seeing the fire image.
There it goes.
I was setting it up, yep. Fang, you find yourself right here. There's a small window hatch that leads into the basement of the castle.
Do I see anyone inside?
Not in the room that's by you. It's an empty storage closet. Seems to be full of like cleaning supplies. Lots of toilet paper. They've been stocking up.
Fang slips in the window to the supply closet.
You crash into the toilet paper and you drop, plop, and fall to the floor. You are now in the basement, my friend. Congratulations, you're in the castle.
Alright. Oh, I can't move myself.
Alright. I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Rocks fall.
Rocks
fall.
You actually fall into the toilet paper, but then all the loads of toilet paper fall on you, encompassing you, and because you're so hurt and wounded, cussed, you just suffocate under the toilet paper. You die in this basement right there.
Just toilet paper taken out.
Yep. Right
made it through the manticore, made it into the basement to be taken out by toilet paper.
The toilet paper, yep. Suffocated with 1 HP. Crazy word. Fang.
One ply.
But you're in the supply closet. There's 2 doors leading in. One's a lot skinnier than the other.
Okay. Quill. Oh, shit. Can I want to peer through the skinny door to see what's behind it.
You see 2 gnomes that seem to be moving books. They're waiting in front of a door, but it doesn't really look like a door. But they're waiting for something. You can see a slight outline. Hey, what are you doing today, Gary? More books to shelve. Yeah. This library isn't gonna keep itself up. Yeah, I know. You tell me, guy. I've drank 4 cups of coffee today. It's just tough stuff. That's what it is. It's overtime for guys like us. See, that's how I feed my kids. Sorry. You were saying?
Does it look like? Well, I'm sure I'd have to roll for that. But does it look like Fang could sneak in to the room undetected on his stomach?
Maybe. How would you do it?
Once again, army crawling, because I only have 1 leg.
That's fair. Roll me a stealth to open the door all the way. Or enough for you to get out, I guess.
Kind of like, you know how Dragonov crawls along the floor? That's how Fang is doing it.
Fang, you managed to crawl over to the backside of the books that are on a cart. But
that was a 17 for the stealth.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, they rolled a 2 for their perceptions, so it didn't even matter. These dice will be the death of me. There is an artificed cart that is hovering, holding bunches of books. It's got 2 levels and it's got a little cloth table on it. There's one by each of the gnomes.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
today I got gnome stew with cabbage. I love cabbage.
Well, my wife
so
doesn't make any of that good stuff anymore, so we just eat hamburger helper every night.
you said
Every
there's one
night?
behind each of them? I'm sorry.
Yep, there's a cart by each gnome that's in front of you. You can see the blue dots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the gnomes.
Hold on.
There's a cart beside each one.
Let me measure something real quick. Because I'd have
And,
to.
the hamburger helper's all right sometimes, but just too much hamburger helper is just bad. It's not good
Okay.
for you, like your liver and stuff. That's what I read.
Oh, you read books too?
Yeah.
So I'd have to stop here at the first one because I don't have enough movement to make it to the next one. Why do I keep spinning?
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
only have.
Stop drinking so much then.
It's the concussion.
You know what? That's what it is. There we go.
Fang, you managed to crawl out next to the one cart, and you realize that underneath the piles of books that are sticking out, there's actually a small empty space.
I'm gonna crawl directly into the small empty space.
And now you are concealed under this cart at the whims of this gnome who's wheeling you around. You can't see out because you're underneath the curtain, but he begins moving. And long story short, we're gonna end it here. Where will Fang end up? Will Tyrum and Ceras jump the guards? Will Kade die? Find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, Luna. First we do this, and then we go get fanged in the courtyard because we still think he's in the courtyard.
Not that anybody ever stopped to go do something about that. I thought y'all forgot about it, honestly. It sounded like y'all were just going back to to goddamn's house.
Well, it's like
And
we
take
got-
the kids into a fucking war zone.
Right, we can't do that. And it's not like it'd be a good idea for us to split up either.
Sure.
Right, so it's, we're making do with what we've got.
That's fine. That's all I ask. But yeah, guys, I'd like to end it there tonight. I think everybody's gotten to a good tense point for each of you. Michaelo and Luna are really on the outskirts of town being heroes. Ceras and Tyrum prepare to face what could be hordes of guards, what could be big scary monsters, what could just be, one guard named Jeff carrying Kade in to drop him off this tower. Find out next time. Rosebud the one.
Rose for hamburger helper.
Now I'm hungry.
Rose for the fact that I get to fulfill a little bit of Ceres lore. Big, huge, unbridled, huge bud for seeing this Tyrum arc happen here, because we found Kydros or something. Her goddamn avatar.
She basically just told you that the only way to kill gods is to kill the avatar.
Kill the avatar.
Kill the avatar. We're all Prince Zuko now.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm really excited to see that. Rose, I had a lot of fun. Same thing as last session, just trying to figure out our way around some situation. We're just walking into random bullshit. And it's like yes. I remember when Ron said that we're gonna have heists. This is perfect. This is perfect because not only are we split up, we are severely underprepared, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
It feels like a heist for a new crew, honestly.
Exactly. I guess I can't really think of any thorns. I do enjoy being able to make food and eat while I listen to the other players. It's very fun. I do like it. Also, Rose for saving the kids. I thought you guys were gonna die, to be completely honest.
Why?
Because same thing for me and Tyrum. we were kind of we were riding by the seat of our pants, and I'm really happy to see it wasn't only us doing that.
I'm gonna say we're courting danger.
Me and Luna
Yeah.
had two
Flirting
really
with disaster.
good stuff planned to help us get out of that situation. But we didn't need them, so we're good.
Also, fucking, I think if we get any like liquid things from now on, we should do it by like you have X amount of charges in this flask. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking too.
It's a good one.
I actually made note of that too.
Oh, that's perfect.
I like good house rules. This is a good house rule.
Mm-hmm.
It also coincides with some of the other stuff that we have going on, like buckets, charges.
Yeah. Rose for being able to use one of my slots, my bucket slots for artificer charges. Even though you guys don't know what my fourth one is, so except for Jay.
Oh.
All right, that's it.
Well, that's good to know. I'll know before long.
Hey, no, you won't. You'll just get frustrated. You'll just get frustrated, and you won't know why.
You have outed your comrade, and I will find your secret, Ceras.
So I'll go next. Rose to not having to go through with one of the plans that I had come up with. It was going to be slightly complicated, and I'm glad that I didn't have to do it. It would have been fun though. Rose to Rose to Fang's situation, because it's quite entertaining, because he was on a very, very high note, and now he's crawling. I love his situation. I do like the fact that everyone is courting danger.
Flirting.
Yes. What words were said? Someone said vigorously, and someone said something else. What?
Flirting with disaster?
Yes, absolutely. Flirting with disaster. And the fact that we're going to go right back into it. This is going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to the chaos.
I also think it's kind of hilarious if Luna and Michaelo just waited. They're like, well, you know what? We're actually not going back.
Ooh, Luna, that was really hard. We should just chill, you know?
You know what? We've done our fair share. We actually rescued some people. We'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
They'll be fine.
They would do that too.
I fully believe it.
I don't know, because Luna knows that we gotta help them.
What the fuck am I looking at, Simon? What in the fuck is this werewolf? Holy shit! I'm sorry, what? The Chihuahua werewolf is great.
Oh, yes.
I didn't see him before, but yes.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That's exactly who was sitting in there.
All right, well, I'll go next. Well, Rose to being able to dodge the Manticore and not get grappled for once.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I was really swinging for the fucking hills, and I can't believe that it missed both attacks. I'm very upset about that. I need to give you guys. Anyways.
But to see what or how Fang is gonna make it to Ceras and Tyrum, because right now he's kind of just riding on the whims of a gnome. See, Bud to see if Michaelo and Luna just end up staying at Sal's. That would be an interesting twist. But to see if Tyrum and Ceras actually jump the guards that bring Kade in.
Or if they just jump the party members.
Yeah. That would be a wild twist. Oh, big rose to being able to cauterize the wound. I thought that was pretty cool. Thank you for letting me do that, Ron.
You're welcome.
I don't really have any thorns. This was a lot of fun, and I mean, I expected a lot of what happened, so
What happened?
Huh?
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, no, that's it for me.
Rose to silence working.
Oh yeah.
That was hilarious.
Yep. Yeah.
That was great. I was really debating on if I should get rid of Pass Without Trace or whatever for that. I'm glad it worked out.
Mm-mm. Don't get rid of it.
It was already rid of it.
Oh, I thought you meant as a spell.
Oh no! Not get rid of it as a spell. Bud to using the secret passage that Michaelo and Luna have from the princess that I have written down, so I remember how to do it.
Okay, good.
And I went back into the video and I typed it and I wrote down exactly what you said, Ron.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you. You're getting it.
Yeah, I don't have any thorns. This was really fun.
Hell yeah. I think that leaves Jay. Where did Jay go?
Oh, I'm here.
Here. We even finished a little early tonight.
Rose. Rose to this princess in the Kaijo story. That's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. Rose to Michaelo and Luna being able to escape. Bud, but I'm ready for this heist to be over. What's it called? Bud, I am excited to see how the heist concludes. Excited to see what comes of this princess. Thorn, I didn't get to kill the peacekeeper. Thorn, I really feel like I have to shit myself right now. I'm done. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.